Hi guys, welcome to Spurs Vision TV. All
Hello,
right,
hello.
this is the transfer deadline day. Okay,
Yeah.
let me say the welcomes to the people in Asia first, and of course, welcome to all in Europe and in the Americas. Right, Asia is in evening time. I think Europe now is in the afternoons. Right, Americas in the morning. Yeah, early in the morning. Okay, today is exciting day, right, Ram?
Yeah. It
Yeah,
is.
yeah. And being an MU fan, I guess you settle your business already, lah.
Settle. I think it
uh,
is. I think it's almost. I think it's done. Yeah. Absolutely
uh,
done. Fantastic business. Yes.
Fantastic business. Somehow or another, you captured Ronaldo again. How the hell do you con him to come back to you? Lah, right?
I gave him a phone call. He didn't answer my call, but he knew the intent was there.
Yeah,
So.
no, lah.
Oh,
Do you know? I think Alex Ferguson most probably would have killed the Glaziers if they let Ronaldo go to M City. Right. Ronaldo's
Absolutely.
PR team is brilliant. Use
Yep. Yep.
use MCT as a leverage.
Yep. Yep.
And don't forget, we've been used as a leverage so many times. We see it.
Yep. Correct.
Yeah,
Correct. Yep.
right,
Yep. Yep.
yeah. And rest of the guys, Saika, bye buff, nice to meet you again. You guys met
yes.
uh, Ram at my bottom here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ram's an MU
thank you.
fan.
I'm
He's
already
from
here.
Plot, Malaysia. Yeah.
Nice to meet you guys. Saikat.
Harry did not join.
Harry is. He said he will try his best to join a bit later. So I'll probably join off for the first half an hour, and then probably Harry will join you guys later on because he says
Oh,
there's
okay,
something to
okay.
do.
You
So yeah, he
guys,
will join.
you guys having a show? You said telling me.
Yeah, we were supposed to actually have a recording today, but we decided to do it tomorrow instead. So we're doing a live show
Pointless.
tomorrow. So
Yeah. Pointless, because if you do a show today, you have to do something like a 12-hour show to catch every
yeah,
little detail. And that is
correct.
crazy. Yeah, I
Yep.
have one on now. One of our Spurs family guys, he's doing a 12-hour
Mhm.
show straight down. I'm not sure you heard of him
Wow.
before. Matt Hayes, Tottenham Block. Yeah, you
Oh,
follow him
sounds
for social media.
familiar.
Yeah, Matty
Sounds
Hayes.
familiar.
We call him Matty.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
He's
Okay.
doing a
Okay.
12-hour
Cool.
show. I said, now we got. I actually having a phone on one side, Bluetooth, listening to what he's saying about the transfer window. Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't think
Okay.
you need lah. Your business done already, right?
Settle.
Anybody else you're going for?
No, I mean, I think United wants they want a DM. They definitely want a DM. So they were trying for Sal Niguez. They were trying for Ruben Neves. But
Ah.
after Pogba's challenge on Ruben Neves, I think now he's having second thoughts of joining, United. So let's see. Yeah, we never know.
Oh yeah, you're going for a central central midfielder, right?
Central
Yes, but
midfielder.
with those
That's right.
profiles that
Defensive.
you just told, Saul Niguez, Bissoma, and
Yeah.
Ruben Neves, that you were linked with, right? So do you
Yep. Yep.
think that basically fits the role? Because I don't think, right?
Hmm.
Because for me, I also have United fans in India, right? So
Yep.
I was just having a conversation with them. So
Mm.
do you think, right, that Ole has that technical ability to get this, like, if you have already got Ronaldo, right? So
Yep.
you get a DM either or I'm not sure, but I think you are title challenger, right? So
Yep.
for me, like, do you think that Ole has that technical know-how and the
Hmm.
use of the substitution, which he
Hmm.
doesn't really do, right? To
Yep.
get you that, to the grind, or maybe some matches that will be hard to break down teams because you are
Yep.
fabulous on counter, right? So do you think
Yep.
that he has the technical know-how and the ability of what you have seen so far of Ole, that he can do that?
My answer to that question, of course, Saikat, is yes and no. Because yes, in a sense that I feel there's definitely going to be an improvement from last season, that's for sure. Because he's looking to play a 4-3-3, so it's going to have a lot of attacking flair. It's going to have a lot of versatility in terms of the attacks moving forward. And because now he's secured Rafael Varane, so it gives that security at the back. So conceding goals now will not seem to be issue compared to last season where we kept going down 1-0 early and then we have to come back. So I think that part of it has been sorted. The answer is yes, because now with Ronaldo coming in, Ronaldo is of course going to be playing a lot of the football, but I think he's going to be also helping Ole with a lot of tactical know-how. I feel because he's going to be doing things behind the scene, and I feel honestly speaking, with Ronaldo in the team, a lot more players would want to come to United now. and represent the club. So I think it's just a matter of time before we see more players coming in, and hopefully we can challenge for a title. And of course, as a United fan, I'm coming on this show. You guys are all Spurs fans. I have very good respect for Spurs. I'm very, very happy to see that Nuno has done so well for Spurs in the first three games. And I think you guys probably would be fighting, and contending this season as well. So all the best to you guys. Really exciting to watch.
So
Thanks a
on
lot.
that part, right? Like you
Yep.
were telling that
Yep.
last game, right? On Wolves,
Yep.
Pogba playing on the left hand side, he got
Yep.
4 assists. Another
Yep.
game, he got 1 assist. Now,
Yep.
what Ole was thinking that he brought Pogba at the pivotal two, right? And he
Yep.
put James at left hand side. Now
Yep.
Pogba was anonymous in that complete match, and
Yep.
you are very lucky to get those points, right? But with the
Absolutely, I agree.
firepower that you have, but
Hmm.
why not utilizing Pogba at a left hand side, like where he is flourishing recently? Because
Yep.
these simple decisions, right, make me believe that Ole doesn't have it. Like I am completely out of mind that why he is doing these things. Like, do
I
you like
understand.
as a supporter, don't you think that like I don't have any answers to these questions or these confusions that is created.
Well, Saikar,
But
very good question. Very
yeah,
good question. Very good question. But just to answer that very quickly, I think now is the time that Ole can experiment, because since the beginning of the season, it's too early to say who is going to be title contenders. It's too early to say anything. So I think this is the time where he can experiment as much as possible. And I think James will not be in the squad anymore. He's probably going to Leeds.
He was
oh,
So
James
I
already
has
think
left
gone.
for Leeds. Yeah, I forgot to tell
yeah,
you. James
yeah,
already left for
yeah.
Leeds. I think.
James
Yeah,
left for
yeah.
Leeds. Yes, absolutely. So I think that issue will now be solved with Sancho coming on the right, and I think Pogba will play more on the left. And I can tell you one thing, guys. As a United fan, all we want and all we hope for is Fred not to play in the squad anymore, because I can't stand him, man. I really, really can't stand him.
Oh yeah. Why do MU fans don't like Fred?
I think if I'm not mistaken, Eugene, when we came on the show the last time, or was it your show, or was it? I can't remember. It was one of the streams that we had, and it was quite clear to me that Fred is a Brazilian. Okay, his mind knows he's a Brazilian. So on the top half of his body, he knows he can. He thinks he can lay the pass, but the bottom half of his body says otherwise. So that is the thing, right? So
Yeah.
his head and his leg does not match. So yeah, that's why.
No, but to tell the truth, every transfer window we have our ups and downs. Everybody's waiting for
Yep.
that little news. Like you
Yep.
got hopes of like getting Neves, just one player left. We are
Hmm.
like sitting there. We need a striker to help Kane, right? We need a creative midfielder to help the
Yep.
strikers, right?
Hmm.
And then we need a right winger to put in the crosses. But
Yep. Yep.
I think we already have Emerson. Somehow it's
Hmm.
another right back that's coming in.
Hmm.
Doesn't even fill that spot. So, uh, like you said, like for your feelings, right?
Yep.
Your how you said for you,
Hmm.
your MU transfer window. How would you rate it?
Yep. I'm surprised, to be honest. So I think I'll give it a 10 out of 10. Honestly speaking, not just because Ronaldo came into the squad. I think the fact that we managed to get the defense sorted out, and we did get Sancho. That we've been trying to get Sancho for so long. We finally secured him, and Ronaldo was just the icing on the cake, to be honest, because none of us expected him to come back. So after 12 years, seeing him come back, and I think I would give this transfer window a 10 out of 10, because it's a transfer window I've never seen, nothing like I've seen before. So for United fans, I think for Manchester United. So that's why I feel I give it a 10 out of 10. And I'm hoping that
Oh,
these people actually prove their worth in the next coming games, especially Sancho. So let's see what happens.
10 out of 10. Yeah.
Yep.
I know, like you get Ronaldo, you must get 10 out of 10.
Yeah, have to lah. No choice,
That
no
one
choice.
cannot escape, lah, bro. No, if we got Ronaldo, we'll get 11 out of 10.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Don't you think so, Buff? If we got Ronaldo, our transfer window from 3, I'm rating it 3 now, 3,
Okay,
you jump to
okay.
11 out of 10.
Sure, I will give it
That is
20.
a dream, lah. That's a dream.
Yeah.
But I think you guys should be really happy. I think big up to you guys as well. Big up to Spurs. I think they managed to secure and keep Harry Kane. I think I think that's a very important thing that you guys have Harry Kane secured in Spurs at least for another season. So I think it's gonna be fun watching Spurs going forward and scoring more goals through him. Yeah.
But
No,
haven't
I
you
mean,
noticed?
you are
Sorry,
spending
go ahead,
100
Vaibhav.
million, and we are only spending some, and you're calling this a good transfer window. I mean, it's not fair, like.
No,
Yeah, I
but
mean, yeah,
like you say, you check, you look at our first 3 games.
Yep.
Even though we won, I'm
Yep.
very, very happy. But as a Spurs fans for so many years, and as for watching football, right? Before we are a football fan or a club fan, we watch football first.
Yep.
We can see our weakness in our own teams. Right?
Yep.
You can see your weakness in your team. I can see my weakness in my team. Guys, our team, right?
Mhm.
And somehow or another, we are sitting here to see, hopefully, the management, the owners, the managers can see. And I'm sure they can see. But sometimes, how would you say, it's not solve the problems that you can see, but maybe they're finding other ways to solve it. But I don't know what to say, right? It's so obvious that Spurs need a backup striker. And now we are down to like how many hours left before transfer window closes? 4? Oh, no. 6 or 7 hours time?
8.
8 hours.
We don't have
something
any
will
of
happen. Something will happen. I can tell you, something is going to happen. It's always like that. Yeah, it's always like that. So let's just hope for the best.
Yeah. But I said no lah. Spurs fans, every transfer window, we complain lah, bro. Have to complain a bit lah. Right, but last year was surprising. Right. Hi, Leo.
Hello, sorry about that.
Hello.
This is Leo. Next
Leo.
to you will be Ram. Ram is from Malaysia too. He has his own YouTube channel called The Plot Malaysia. Right? And Ram is a Manchester United fan.
Oh wow,
Okay.
Manchester United fan.
Yeah. We do all kinds of things on my channel.
Yeah.
Later you'll get a Liverpool fan coming on soon. Then maybe
Oh wow.
actually I think my Harry dare not come on lah, We've at least got 3 players. You got Ronaldo. You know Ronaldo.
I think United have won the window, to be honest.
He's only got
Don't rub
United
it
to
to
talk
him
about.
Tell him just joking. And of course, Leo, I'm sure you met Saikat. Have you met Saikat?
Yeah, I joined like towards the end of the stream one time, and then Psych had to go. But yeah, hello.
Yeah. All right. Saikat and Vaibhav. Vaibhav was last week with us.
Hello.
And
Hello.
Leo is home ground in the UK. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So Leo, do you feel excited today?
Yeah, definitely. Because I not many people think this, but I think Paratici is going to have an absolute field day today. I reckon we can bring in 2, maybe even 3 transfers. I'm not sure, but I trust in Paratici today.
That's
Got
good.
10 hours left.
That's the
9 or 9.5.
confidence.
Yeah.
I like the confidence, Leo.
Yeah.
Something could happen.
Ram,
Right?
these are young boys. Yes, yes, yeah. Young boys always have good confidence. The younger generation have a lot of confidence because we have to give it to them. They need it. The older generation must support it. All right. But like I said before, we are 3-0 up. Okay, 3 goals, clean sheet. Right. But somehow or another, we can see our mistakes. No, not our mistakes. Where our weaknesses are. And of course, as fans, we want to improve it. I'm sure the manager wants to improve it too. Correct? The manager wants to improve it too. But sometimes the manager also has to be realistic. Maybe he knows that he can't do the things that he wants to do, and he only can try to do the best that he has. That's all. Yep. And Reload XXXXX, thanks for your support. Right? This team is outrunning expected goals scored. Yeah, we're outrunning on that, and considered that will catch up on them once the midweek games start up and injuries happen. Yeah, we know that too. Yes, we know that too. This thing, and okay, from Scott M, good morning, good afternoon too, and say a big up to Brian Daigle. Hi, Brian Daigle. Rajiv, nice to meet you, first time. All right. And who else do we have? And of course, Leo. Leo's with us on the stream now. The links are out there, guys. If you want to hop on, please hop on. Right? Okay, let's come back. Like we're talking, MU more or less has done their business. They only need one more center midfielder. And Ram is very happy. He's giving it 10 out of 10 for transfer windows. Saikat, any news? Any nice breaking news for Spurs?
Nothing. I'm so sorry to say, but nothing. Only outgoings, right? Cameron Carter Vigas will be going out, as it
Hey,
seems.
confirm. CCV is
No, not
going.
confirmed, but as it seems, there are rumors
Oh,
that from
no,
respected sources you can tell. Yeah.
no, I understand. Ram, like Spurs,
Yep.
we are hoping for players to leave also. Not only hoping for players to be bought. Right? Any players that you all don't want in MU?
I mean, I think not to say don't want, but yeah, there could be one I don't want, which is Fred. So you guys can have him if you want.
Yes, we
you
know.
know, but I think the ones that I probably think is better for them to leave would be Jesse Lingard, of course, because I think to be fair to him, he's a wonderful footballer, but I don't think he's going to get game time in United, especially now with Ronaldo, Sancho in the fray.
Okay.
Uh, Talking about, say, even Martial, for that matter, I think he deserves to be playing elsewhere. And I think,
Mhm.
to be honest, I think if Martial moves to Spurs, it'd be a good shout because it could be a straight fit. Don't you think
Okay.
so? No,
Yeah.
no.
But
Why?
what will
Why
I
it
would
don't you
take?
think?
definitely
Marcel
take
will
him.
go at Spurs.
Definitely.
Oh, we'll take him. Yeah, backup
Yeah,
Yeah.
striker.
I would.
Anytime. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, one more guest to hop on. Rajiv.
Mm.
Can you hear me, Rajiv?
Hello.
Hi, hi. How are you doing?
I
Yes, yes.
Have you been on the show
Hello,
before?
hello. Yes, yes, I have.
Yes, that's why you look so familiar. I haven't seen you in a long time. You came on the first one of the first
Yes,
first
yes,
few
a
episodes,
long
right?
time I haven't joined.
Long time. Yeah, yeah. How you doing? Okay, Rajiv, can you hear me? Maybe you can't. Okay, but we'll
Hello.
carry on. Oh, he's gone off.
Yep.
Uh, okay, Scott M says no, 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 not Madrid.
No, Martial. I
No,
also
not
think
Marcel, not the millennials, not the sorry, Marcel. My eyes can't see. Too much glare.
uh, he, he,
Yeah, Marcel.
he,
I don't know. To tell you, Scott, at the moment now, right, we don't even have a potential link to a backup striker or a second striker for Spurs. I'll take Marcel anytime.
I know. I
Right?
just saw a rumor that Cavani could be leaving. So
Oh
No, no,
yeah.
that's not happening. That's not happening. Romano already
Mm.
confirmed. It's not happening.
confirmed. Okay. Okay. Great.
He
Thanks.
will
Thanks.
just
Thanks for the update.
Mhm.
yeah.
Oh, Cavani is not happening.
No,
No.
it's
No.
not
No.
happening.
It's not happening.
Uh, all right. Now then, what do you think about Cavani? Do you want him there, Ram?
No, I mean I do. I love that guy. He's brilliant. He could his runs off the ball play is absolutely fantastic. So definitely having him on for another season would be excellent. But I hope that he stays on longer. You
Oh,
know.
he's already 34,
Like
right?
Ram, like as you are here with from
Yeah.
United perspective, right?
Yeah.
So like yeah, like bringing back Ronaldo, that is a fairy tale, the last dance kind of thing, like how we like what we expected from Gareth Bale, right? But
Yeah.
it didn't pan out to be. So
Yeah. Yeah.
my question to you is, don't you think that the Mason Greenwood, he will be hugely affected
Mm-hmm.
with the play time, right? Because Ronaldo will be playing up front, he's
Yep.
undroppable. Whatever
Yep.
the situation is, he is undroppable. So that is
Okay.
one position gone. Now you
Okay.
have Rashford coming in for left hand side. You have Sancho on the right hand side. Now you
Yeah.
want Pogba also to play on the left hand side because you don't have a DM. So Pogba
Okay.
can't play alongside Friend in the pivotal two, right? So
Yep.
for me, I think United got so many positions too stacked up, and some positions there is no one, like a DM,
Okay.
like a
Mm-hmm.
central mid. So, like,
Yep.
but my question is Greenwood is on fire, right?
Yep.
So, on one point of time, like on one perspective, Greenwood will be massively, it will be institutional to learn from
Yep.
Ronaldo, right? So that will
Absolutely.
be a hugely impacting his game about the positioning movements, how to read the opponents and everything. Now, my
Mm-hmm.
question is, if he doesn't get the game time, so
Mm-hmm.
how will he develop? Because you are
Okay.
not in a Europa League, right? That you can rest Ronaldo and play Greenwood
Yep.
up front. You will be
Mm-hmm.
playing UCL, and Ronaldo wants to be played in UCL.
Of
So I
course.
think, irrespective of I think the Carabao Cup or something
Mm-hmm.
of that sort, Greenwood
Yep.
can't be in the front position, the center forward position, right?
Okay.
But I have also seen that Greenwood playing on the left hand side, right hand side. But the instinctive approach and the finishing that Greenwood possesses, I think his best position is center forward. So
Yep.
how do you assess this condition, this scenario of Ronaldo coming in and Greenwood might not start each and every game?
Okay, great question. Thank you so much, Saikat, for the question. And I just want to say that this is something where Ole will be put to the test on this, because if you look at Ronaldo coming in, yes, he could be rested, for a lot of for a lot of the matches, because obviously he's 36 years old. He could be rested here and there. He could be playing a lot of the matches, but I don't think he'll be playing for all the matches, to be honest. And to answer to your question on Greenwood. Okay, what I think would happen is Cavani would be interswitching with him, more or less. Sancho will of course keep his position, and he has to continue to show that he can actually play on that spot. You've got Rashford, who just underwent a surgery on his shoulder, so he will be out for a while, not immediately in. So Greenwood will definitely take his place, but I think it's going to be between Greenwood and Cavani, because Cavani always tends to do better when he comes off the bench.
Yeah,
If you realize,
highest goals last year, right?
yes,
From the
yes.
bench.
So he is a super sub for United more than that. But when he starts games, he's okay, not that great. He needs to come off the bench. So Greenwood would definitely take on that centre forward role from Cavani, and then it would be of course Ronaldo's experience with Sancho running down the right. So I think he's going to have a lot of attacking flair, and definitely he will be involved very heavily in all the upcoming games. He's our a joint top scorer with Bruno at the moment, 3 goals each. So yeah.
No, for me, it's not
And
about involving him in the matches, right?
Yeah,
For
yeah,
me, about him, because he is in the development stage, right? Around 20
yeah.
years old, he is now, if I am not
So
wrong.
Cavani,
So,
Cavani and him will switch. I
so
think so. Yeah,
my thing is, if Ronaldo starts, right?
yeah,
So my thing is, like Ole, whatever he does, right? He may put Greenwood based on the current form he is in, right?
hmm
Now
hmm
he may put in the left hand side, which I really
Okay.
don't like, because in the positions that you play repeatedly, right? You
Yep.
got to somehow subconsciously, that may not be your right position, or may not be
Correct.
the potential where every full potential is being exposed. So, but
Correct.
you tend to think yourself that okay, yeah, this is my position. I know the technical how now. So yeah, I will be carrying on. But my issue with Greenwood, like on the United perspective, that he is a generational talent, and if we play in the center forward, or if he plays in the center forward, that will be the fantastic thing for Greenwood to grow. Now I don't know that how much this will happen, but my only fear from England perspective or Greenwood perspective is if Ole decides to include him in different positions and repeatedly,
Yeah.
and he plays them, and I think he might not get to that potential enough.
But the
That's
good
my
news
only
Cycle,
is
fear.
the good news
cycle.
is that there's a lot of
hold on.
versatile players in United. So you're talking about Sancho could move on the left, Greenwood
Yeah,
could go on the right. You're talking about Greenwood going on central position. Even Sancho can play center forward if he wants to. So
yeah,
True.
there's a lot of versatility in the team. So that's why now, to answer that question, I think Ole has to show that he is open to try this out. Which of course we've not seen it last season. So this time we want to see him try out more new things, be fearless, take the risk, putting Greenwood on the right, putting Greenwood on the left, putting Sancho on the right, and interchanging with Cavani and so on and so forth. So I think if he can do this with the depth of the squad that we have right now,
yeah.
that would be the right recipe for success to happen anyway, and is the right recipe to win games that they are playing badly as well. So, that is what I want to see, and I hope that happens. Yeah,
Okay. Just hold on a moment, guys. I'd
yeah.
like to give a big shout out to Derek Hutchinson for supporting. Thanks, Derek. Right, Guguma, your legend, Guguma, you're in the house again. Thanks for your support. The night is here too. Right, who else do we have? And of course, before we go on anymore, in the conversation, we've got two more guests that join us. One is Urban Siap. Is that Urban Siap or Siap? I can't see that. And one is Suba. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, yes, yes.
All right.
Yes.
Nice to meet you
Hello.
guys. Yeah, first time on the show, I guess.
Yes.
Yep,
I
yep.
guess.
Yes. How should we address you, Urban?
My name is Prithvi, but yeah, I usually use that particular
You just
name.
call you Pratif or
Prithvi, yeah.
okay, all right. And Suba is okay. Suba has got his mic out, but the cam off. But still cool, still cool. All right. Before that, Vibuff, you wanting to say something?
Yeah,
I just wanted to say that Manchester United now need to focus more on winning trophies rather than
yeah,
thinking about Greenwood and how that
yeah.
player would play, how this player. Because more importantly, they need to win right now because they have not won for last I think 6 years right now,
8 years.
8 years.
8 years,
So
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
you
I
guys haven't
think
won
winning
anything in 8
trophies
years.
should be the priority.
Yep, our cabinet has been empty for so long. Villarreal made that sure.
Confirmed that for you last year. Yeah, so sad
Yeah.
about that. But to tell the truth, I mean, okay, Ram,
No, but
being a
you
MU
won the
fan,
Europa League, right?
no, that was
Yeah,
with
yeah,
Mourinho.
Europa League.
Under
Yeah,
under Jose Mourinho,
Yeah,
yeah, that was 2016. So
16. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
16 now, 6 years,
yeah.
5 years,
Correct.
5 years.
5 years.
Actual trophy is
Correct.
5 years. Yeah, Premier League
Yep.
in a long time, I think.
8 years. Yeah.
Yeah, Premier League in 8 years. Yeah. No, I said, sorry to ask, Ram. If
Yep.
Ole doesn't win anything this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think the fans, will go crazy. Would you think?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. We will go crazy. He's been with us for 2.5 years now, and this is the time for him to actually, because 3 years is a perfect time, perfect time settlement for him to just make sure that he can deliver. Because 3 years is a good timeline to have, to be honest, for any manager, even for you guys. I'm sure if you look at Nuno, if you look at Jurgen Klopp in Liverpool, I think 3 years was a good time for them to actually deliver what they had to. And now, especially when they've got the players, they've got Ronaldo, they've got Sancho, they've got Varane, you've got countless players that can actually be title contenders. Then I would say it is inexcusable for Ole not to be there or thereabouts. We can't afford to be 10 or 20 points behind Man City again. It's ridiculous. But if you tell me, okay, if let's say United finish second, but maybe 1 point, or 2 points, I will still be happy with that because, hey, we did challenge for the title. So, want to see more of that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Say hi to Kirian. Kirian, I'm not sure you
Hi,
met
Kiran.
Ram.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
He's from America, and the rest of the Leo is on my top of this side.
Yep.
Yeah, that side. Leo is from the UK. He's Saikat. You met Saikat? Yeah, I'm sure you met Saikat, right?
I'm not sure if we have
Not
yet.
sure. Yeah.
Nice to
All
meet
right,
you.
then.
No, no,
And
no.
Vaibhav is on Saikat's left or right. Yeah.
Hello.
And what? Sorry,
Prithvi, Prithvi.
your Pretty.
Prithvi.
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 Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. And Supa is without camera. I hope you can hear me, Supa.
Yes, yes, I can. I
Alright.
just am off
Okay.
camera because I'm doing something, some office work.
No
also.
problem, no problem. Okay, just to read out reloads, XXXXXX, so many X's to reload. No one should be guaranteed a place based on what I've seen. Greenwood would keep Sancho off the right, at the moment, while he adjusts, or they'll play Sancho left until Rashford comes
Yep.
back. Yep, that's more or less an answer to Ram. Let's see what else
Yep.
reload. Let me read through the messages first. These front trees won't stay fixed together. Okay. I think they will be trying to create a Ronaldo, Rooney, Tevez kind of fluid movement again. Okay. Fluid movement.
That would be
again.
nice to
So,
watch.
yeah. All right. And Ole is dead if he doesn't win anything. Ole is dead.
I think so too. I think so too. Reload. You're right. I think so.
He will leave the successor a strong team. Yep, true too. Smooth transition, like Jose Messi. Okay, that's true. Right. Yep. And Guguma says hi to you, Kiran.
Hi, Guguma.
Yeah.
Good to see you as always.
Ram.
Doing-
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry, Kiran. Yeah, Guguma. Yeah, she's always supporting. Big up
yeah,
to you.
yeah.
And I think she misses you. You haven't been on stream for such a long time. Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm back in business now, so you'll be seeing a lot more of me.
And Ram, you still have more time?
Yeah. Maybe for the next 5-10 minutes, I can spare. No
All
problem.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me know when you want to leave. Right. Just
Sure.
then you can just give a shout out to your channel and all that.
Yeah.
And okay,
Sure.
let's get back to a bit of Spurs, Ram. Because we've been talking about MU all the time. Boring, lah, bro. Okay, guys. Lovely to see you guys. We're here, right? Let's start with Leo.
Yep.
Leo, Any breaking news for Spurs?
Not by the looks of it, no. But I don't think we're done there. I think Emerson's going to be confirmed, and then hopefully maybe we've been linked with Neves. Do I see that happening? No. I think it's one or the other, Adama or Neves, but both not looking too likely. But probably, that might happen.
Yeah.
If you guys are going for Neves, I think it's most likely that Spurs would catch him because of Nuno. So could be a possibility though.
No, there's a tug of war between MU and us now for Neves. You see, right?
Yeah.
That's
No,
why.
from
That's why he's saying that.
perspective,
Yeah. Hi,
perspective
Chris.
Neves is off, right? Because Ndombele is staying, so Neves is off. No midfielder will be coming in.
Yeah, that's true too. Don't forget, we don't have money to buy players again. Come to that same square. Again.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. We are not like Manchester United. Can spend 70 million on Jadon Sancho.
Or they can
luxury.
or they can bring in Donny van de Beek, not play him at all, and then buy Ruben Neves. So,
But the Knight says there's been some link towards to Bissouma.
That's interesting.
That's one I don't see happening. Graham Potter absolutely loves Yves Bissouma. He's probably the best player in that Brighton side. I really don't see them selling so close to the end of the window.
That's true. That's true too.
That's true.
But Bissouma has been linked to a lot of clubs, even Liverpool, right?
Yep, Liverpool as well.
Well,
Liverpool
anytime
as
you
well, so-
have a player that good playing in a side so low down the table as Brighton, they're going to be linked to bigger clubs. It's only natural.
Yeah, true.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, but of course, we won't want to talk about the Arsenal, right? They are down there, but of course, they are like.
I feel so sorry for
right.
them, man.
Oh, what? Why are we wasting time talking about clubs in the relegation
No,
zone?
you know why? Because Tomiyasu. That's the only
Yeah.
thing I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah,
We're gonna miss out on Tomiyasu, and if Tomiyasu goes to Arsenal and becomes a baller, and Emerson doesn't turn out to be what we want, my God, there's gonna be hell will break loose again.
I
How much
don't
did we
think so.
miss him by?
Huh?
How much did we miss him by? I mean, we were trying for him, right?
Oh yes, we've been trying for Tomiyasu since the Olympics. Before the Olympics, he went to the Olympics. Then they said after the Olympics we'll get him. Right? Instead, we got Brian Hill during the Olympics, but still no Tomiyasu. Yeah. Until now, he's ending up in Arsenal. Oh, dear.
Supposedly, the whole problem was because Tottenham didn't want to put up the majority of the transfer fee up front. Bologna wanted the majority of the fee up front because they're having cash flow problems, as is every other Serie A club. And it seems Arsenal, based on what they've spent so far in the window, they have the funds to actually put up front, and so that's why they're closing the deal. But I honestly, I'm not sure how much. I mean, I am sure that we negotiated, agreed personal terms. I'm sure that we went up to the line with Bologna, but I'm not sure how much we actually wanted Tomiyasu as a player. I think this entire window, he was one of several options for the position that Fabio Paratici would have been looking at. And I think in the end, the opportunity for Emerson was a better opportunity. And I think he is a better player. He is a more traditional right back for sure.
Just explain a
Offers
bit
more
to
going
Guguma.
forward.
Yeah, Guguma doesn't know much about Emerson Royal, right? If you
I
have
mean,
some stats on him and all that.
From what I don't know if I have specific stats in front of me, but what I can tell you is that from when I've seen him play, he reminds me of what we wish Serge Aurier was. A guy who can get forward, whip in good crosses into the box, sometimes sneak into the box himself, create havoc, but he's a solid defender. He doesn't panic. He doesn't give free kicks away around our own box. He's not going to give penalties away. He's not going to go in with reckless tackles and get cards. I just don't. I think he's a much tidier, much neater player. He
Composed?
Much more composed. Absolutely. I think in general he's just an all-around solid right back, especially for an attacking right back. I don't have many negatives on him. The only question is, how does he keep up with the pace of the Premier League? Which is the question anytime you're bringing in a player, but specifically outside players, wingers and fullbacks, how do they keep up with the pace? Because he's going to be going up against some seriously fast attackers that he's going to have to keep track of. And
yeah, hold on, Kieran. Sorry, Sohan. I didn't see you down there. Now only I'm letting him in. He's been waiting for about one or 2 minutes. But before that, Kieran, before that, Ram, I know you need to go. Let us know where we can find you.
Sure.
Right? Just give a shout out to your channel.
Sure, guys. Thank you once again, Eugene, for having me on this live stream. Again, it's my second time here. Really enjoying it. I love what you guys are doing. Even though I may not be a Spurs fan, but hey, I do like you guys chatting with you guys about football. Football comes first. Rivalries aside, of course. But yeah, enjoy. Looking forward to speak to more of you anytime soon. In the meantime, my channel is called The Plot Malaysia. So if any of you, of course, would like to join us in the future, please watch our channel, watch our videos, because I'm a United fan. My co-host is a Liverpool fan, so it's kind of a battle going on there. But we also talk about all football. So we have Spurs fans coming on the show. Eugene has been on our show as well. So any one of you who would like to hop up in the future, please do give us a shout, and I'll see you soon. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Awesome.
Thanks,
Big up.
Nice
meeting you.
Okay.
Bye.
Nice to meet you.
Bye.
Nice to meet you, man. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Cheers.
Yeah. And so I'm really sorry, so I'm let you wait so long just now there. All right. So I haven't seen you a long time, so how are you doing?
Hi, can you guys see me?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Feels good. Feels good to be
That's
back.
good, huh? All right. Just let me give a few shout outs to the comments, right? Derek Hutchinson says that strongest team in the Premier League, holding up the other teams. Arsenal. Yes. Keep it up, Arsenal. Right. Yeah.
Trust the
And
process.
Cody Mack's in the chats. Hi, Cody Mack. Yes, I know. Hello, gentlemen, and you. And yes. Guguma says, getting all the information from Kieran. Thank you.
Happy to
Reload
oblige.
says, Tomiyasu, Japanese Callum Chambers. Hopefully, we hope, right? Hopefully,
Ouch.
right? Yeah. Guguma says hi. Ben Thompson, thanks for your support. Right, and Guguma. Are you free, Cody? You're free. The link, I'll drop the link into the comments, and you can just hop on. Actually, you know where the link is anyway, don't you, Cody? You have it. But just again, Guguma. If you're free, hop on, Guguma. Yes, Guguma is one person I want to see. Hop on.
Yeah, I'm
Even
just
though-
I actually have some stats here for Emerson.
Okay,
So
put it up.
he was
Put it up.
fourth in La Liga for tackles, 10th for interceptions, wins 56% of his ground duels, wins 63% of his aerial duels, also top 40 in La Liga for touches in attacking penalty box.
Top 40 in La Liga.
Yeah, 40
touches
is
in
not
the
really that
attacking
top, to be
box.
honest.
Yeah, but top 40 for a right back.
Yeah, we've
Touches
got all
in
the
the-
attackers and stuff like that. That's really good.
Yeah, that is really
That's good.
good. That's
high,
Thing
that's
is,
high.
I'm
we won't
looking
say,
at
we
it.
won't say really good. We'll say it's high. What call percentages?
My thing with him is I'm looking at his stats and I'm comparing them against Aurier. So thing with Aurier is, as much as we slated him, the guy had a 52.5% success rate in his tackles. Emerson's success rate is around 34%.
Yeah.
That's very low. He gets dribbled past way too often. Like in the 2019-20 season, the last season where he played the entire season. So he had attempted 73 tackles against opposing attackers, and he got dribbled past 48 times.
But this
Nearly
is
50 out of
Emerson. He's 22 years old. He's got a lot of room for improvement yet. Whereas
Yeah.
Aurier was kind of
That's
coming
okay.
in as full product. So
Yeah, definitely. I get that. I get that. But I would rather not have Warrior 2.0. That's my
well, he
Don't say that,
doesn't seem
Soham.
to have the discipline issues that Aurier had for one. So that's the
one
biggest downside with Serge Aurier is giving away free kicks near our box
and
and
in the box.
making
Near our box
unnecessary
anyway,
fouls,
sorry,
unnecessary
in our box,
fouls, getting yellow cards, red cards. I mean, that's a lot of the problem with Aurier, and it doesn't seem Emerson has the same
No.
issues. But I mean, those both. I mean, there you have some stats there that show the positives and negatives of this signing. I think still that, like Hotspur Huddle said up there, he's got room for improvement. He's young, and we'll see what happens. I think
In terms of
either
his
way,
positive,
Japhet Tanganga is the starter, and he
Yeah.
will remain the starter until there's reason to pull him. And I doubt I'm a big backer and fan of Japhet, and I doubt he'll give Nuno reason to pull him from the starting lineup anytime soon.
right.
Yeah.
Thing
And
is
guys,
with him,
hold on,
thing
hold on,
is,
Song. Guys,
yeah,
hold on,
yeah,
hold on,
go
Song.
ahead, go ahead.
Anybody got breaking news? Just say breaking news and just go ahead, all right?
All right.
If anybody has
Okay.
it, all right, yeah. Because if a conversation is going on, just say I got breaking news, and you just go ahead, right? Then it's
This is
easier.
not
Then we know
this is
what's
not
happening.
breaking news, but it seems
Broken
that
news.
Oliver Skip has been linked with Newcastle.
Oh no, yeah, we heard
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Might
Guys,
even sell it.
yeah, no,
That's
guys,
happening.
if they sell Ollie Skip to Newcastle, right? The
We
pitchforks
riot.
and the
We
torches are going to
riot.
come out. Yes, we no. Sorry, Leo, you have to riot because you are there.
Yeah. Yeah.
we can't do
I will be
anything.
at that stadium rioting outside that.
Yeah. No,
No,
there's
that's
a
not going to
Twitter-
happen.
Yeah, no, there's a Twitter thing going on. If they sell Skip, right, all the Levy inners are going to turn into Levy outers.
This is
That's not going to happen.
hey,
If anything, you know what? I just want to meet the journalist who even wrote up that story. That is absolutely not going to happen.
Yeah.
If
He's
if
one
Nuno
of our
trusts him,
best at this point.
exactly. If Nuno trusts him enough to play him against a Man City, he's not going anywhere.
This isn't exactly breaking, but it should put a smile on our faces. Jules Koundé and this is Fabrizio Romano 10 minutes ago on Twitter. Jules Koundé and Chelsea deal is considered, quote, more than complicated by all parties involved. Sevilla have absolutely no, in all caps, no intention to negotiate. It's release clause or nothing, and Chelsea have not communicated any intention to pay the clause yet. Oh
no! The thing is that it comes down to the money again. Yeah, it comes down to the money. Koundé has always been the problem already. From day one, he's already said he doesn't want to come play for us. So I guess a lot of hacks has gone on. Then I don't think the video will come true.
Well, I just think it's great because they basically, we had agreed a deal with Sevilla. They agreed to deal with us. We were going to give him Davinson Sanchez and like 25 million, and it came down to Koundé. And now here Chelsea they're like, oh, he'll come to us because we've got Champions League and we're a real big club. And then Sevilla are just like, no.
Yeah, and they're asking for £80 million from Chelsea, whereas they accepted it with us for 50.
Well, they know. Well, this is the downside to being a club like.
Hold on. They're asking 80 million euros.
Yeah, £80 million. Yeah.
Euros, not pounds. Euros.
No, pounds. Yeah, £80 million.
I thought it was euros.
Koundé. No, pounds.
Oh yeah, they want 80 million pounds, but Chelsea.
No, it's euros. It's euros. It's euros.
Oh, is it euros? Oh, right, yeah.
It's euros. It's euros. I just checked. It's euros.
Oh, okay, yeah. No go.
All right. Yeah. Okay. And
regardless, this is a downside to being a club like Chelsea, where you just splash cash everywhere in the window.
For Jules Koundé, it's nothing to do with asking price, right? You just pay a release clause of 70 to 75 millions. You just take him. They don't want to do any type of negotiations as of yet. Yeah, with the current market, they told that 60 million was enough previously when Chelsea thought interested, but now they are telling that no, either you pay the release clause or we are not allowed to. We are not going to negotiate because at this last moment of time there is no replacement lined up, right? So if you play the release clause, you got to sell. Like that's how Grealish got sold to Man City, right? So that's how the transfer market works. So if you really want him, just come give 80 millions and get done with. That's the current situation.
There is a bit of a benefit to being a club like Tottenham where you have somewhat of a restriction what you can spend because clubs know coming in that you're not going to pay that up front. You don't have that to pay up front. And then they'll negotiate with you from there. But when you're Chelsea, they know you have the money and they know you're not afraid to spend it.
They're going to have to push as much as possible.
Yeah, they'll try and get every cent out of you.
I think a big problem here is how much time there's left in the transfer window. The reason we were getting him for relatively cheap Sanchez at the same time. So they were basically just covering the position. Now that Sanchez is going to stay at Tottenham, Zuma has moved on. Sevilla don't have a player to turn to if they sell Koundé now. So I think that's another reason that has driven up his price so much. So I think Chelsea have kind of messed up their pursuit of Koundé. If they had to buy him Koundé, they should have done it earlier.
Well,
That's
I
it.
mean,
yeah, they should
let's
approach
be
him.
honest, they'll be fine without him anyway. They'll still challenge for the league title.
Exactly. Yeah.
And Colin, I've thrown the link into the chats. If you're free to hop on, do hop on. Any guys in the chats, you all want to hop on too, right? Because today is transfer deadline day. Everybody's excited, or more
Yep.
or less.
More or less, yeah.
More or less. Right.
Yeah.
And the older generation is more or less. The younger generation is very excited, you know.
So regarding that Tomiyasu deal, right? So how you all guys are panning it out? Like for me personally, it's fine with me that we haven't got Tomiyasu, right? Because he doesn't really fit in our right back that we are looking for. He is a defensive right back, and I think the problem here is that we were stalling because we have to see how Japhet Tanganga does, right? With Man City into perspective. Now, the way he performed, he is our defensive right back. So if we need that, the mid back, right? So Tommy Tanga can come in, and he also fills our homegrown quota. So we can't just afford Tomiyasu right away, right? So all things has to be in perspective. So I think for me, because I think Mikel Arteta is going to play as the back three, so he will be the RCB, right center back, and I think Maitland-Niles will be right wing back or maybe someone I'm not so sure of. But I think we don't need Tomiyasu. We need we needed Tomiyasu, but now because of the performance and the stability that Tanganga is producing, right, and the immense talent that he has, we might not need, because that's not the style of play we generally induce, right? So I think if we don't want back three, then Tomiyasu is not the right fit in my terms, right? Because we need someone to bomb in that right back position. And Emerson, given the stats Leo shared, right, and he has some fantastic stats in the previous season also. Now those stats are not entirely compelling, like someone says, right? Aurier was far more good stats, right, when he came to Spurs. Now we also have to take into account which team he played for. He played for PSG in a Farmers League, so he will be dominating the games, right? Now my thing is this guy, right? Emerson is playing in Real Betis, so you can't expect him to be that good or that dominant given the other players or the surrounding players that he has. So I think for me, and given the situation that Barca didn't wanted to sell him, even Koeman didn't wanted to sell him. So it was due to the financial prowess that we offered, that they are compelled to sell him given the situation they are in. So I think this will be a fantastic opportunity. This Emerson. So that's my perspective of Tomiyasu deal falling through. So you can share your thoughts on it here.
Yeah. Personally, I'm fine with the deal falling through because Tomiyasu is basically Japhet Tanganga 2.0. So we already have one Japhet Tanganga. We don't need another one. And I think you know what, Emerson coming to Tottenham and Tomiyasu going to Arsenal is one of those situations where the deal works out better in both cases. We needed an attacking right back. We got the attacking right back. They needed a defensive right back. They got the defensive right back. So it's just one of those situations where it works out for everyone. So yeah.
But guys,
we need a whole new squad.
No, of course. But guys, the thing with the Tomiyasu deal still hinge on whether Hector Bellerin leaves or what was the
Easy Maitland-Niles?
Yes, yeah.
Maitland-Niles, yeah.
Maitland-Niles,
from what I was reading, apparently Maitland-Niles has already been banished to the reserve squad. He cannot train with the first team anymore.
Yeah, because of what he put on Instagram about
But why don't they sell him or let him go to Everton?
Yeah, I think there's a strong link to Everton, isn't there? So
that's why he put the Instagram link that or something because of
What was it that he put on Instagram? I missed that.
It was something like, "Let me just go play football where I'm."
Let me just go and play football where I'm wanted.
I'm wanted.
Then he tagged Arsenal in there and some crying emojis.
Oh my god, man! You gotta.
Yeah, it was funny.
This is why it's absolutely criminal that they've stopped the documentary. It shouldn't be allowed.
What? You can't name the document. Come on, Kieran. They're not going to name the documentary nothing, right?
Yeah. I hope that Amazon left some secret cameras somewhere in the facility.
Okay, non-Spurs related, but breaking news all the same, and that is Brighton have completed the signing of Marc Cucurella, the curly hair left back from Barcelona.
All right. And Jens, thanks for supporting Jens. Right.
Oh.
Jens.
I think
Alright,
Cucurella was pretty good actually.
Yeah, Cucurella was really good. I saw him play a few times for. I think he was in Getafe last season.
Getafe,
Yeah,
yeah.
Getafe.
Yeah, Getafe. Yeah, I saw him play a few times.
He is a
Really
Barcelona,
good.
through and through.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And of course, but now it's like we're all waiting. Every time they will be breaking news, but I don't think Spurs. Let me see. M Singh was saying we are not getting any more players.
I think
M
so.
Singh saying that?
I think
Yeah.
so as well.
Yeah, we're
There's
not getting any more players.
Here's something
Yeah.
Spurs related. Jack Clark has apparently turned down 3 different
Loan moves.
potential loan moves.
Yeah.
To stay at the club. I don't understand that. I mean, I understand we do need depth for all these cup competitions, but it still feels like we're carrying too many wingers in the squad. I mean,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Jack Clark doesn't perform in under 23. How, like, what he is thinking that he wants to, compete for the places here? I'm not understanding this psychology yet. I'm not so sure.
I think he's just trying to
I
be.
agree.
I think he's just trying to replicate what Bale did in 2009. Yeah, 2009. Yeah. Bale was like utter wet cowpats for the first season and a half he was at the club, and then suddenly something happened and he just turned into a superstar. So yeah, unless something like that happens, I don't see Jack Clark working out.
I don't know. Maybe Jack feels that Nuno can bring the best out of him, or Nuno's going to give him a chance.
But he has to play, right? He is not performing in the under 23s. Main team is way later. Right?
He didn't perform. He didn't perform at Stoke either when he was on loan there.
I think you guys have to translate that, right?
Didn't he faint though at Leeds? Like when he was there at the first half of the season, we bought him and then we loaned him back. Didn't he faint? While he was walking out to pitch?
He was injured.
So
He
maybe
was
he hasn't
injured.
recovered. Yeah.
I mean, he couldn't play. And then the season after that, he was loaned out to QPR, and he was hardly getting game time at QPR. I mean, really? You can't break into that squad?
Guys, I've just thought of something. I'm going to stay and fight for my position. I think that's a secret password or something. Wings had said it, right? I don't want to leave. I'm going to stay and fight for my position.
Honestly,
right?
I think there are only 2 reasons that Harry Winks is still at Tottenham Hotspur. One is the homegrown quota, and the other thing is merchandising, selling those little plushie toys to teenage girls who think he's cute. Those are the only 2 reasons he's still at Tottenham.
Oh dear. I don't know.
On women?
Anything else happening? So
no, nothing really. Nothing really that's catching my eye. I mean, Burnley have signed Connor Roberts for those of you who care, but it's Burnley and it's Connor Roberts, so probably no one cares. So.
Right.
And with Burnley signed a black man for the first time, right? Maxwell Cornet.
No, that's not their first black player. They have had black players before. That's not true. I think it's probably the first French player that they have signed on.
No, I think I was seeing some stream where they're telling Burnley doesn't have any black, footballer.
Wait, Aaron Lennon was at the club. Aaron Lennon is black.
No, I think they mean in the current squad there is.
Okay.
Okay, let's see what Google Master says, right? Wow, I haven't heard of QPR in so long. QPR. Oh,
Yeah.
Google Master. QPR is owned by a Malaysian.
Yeah.
Asia owner. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I said if I didn't support Tottenham, right, most probably I would end up supporting QPR. And they're London based too. Are they London based? London based too. If I'm not mistaken,
West London. They're Shepherd's Bush, real close to where Chelsea is.
And that was the last
Chelsea
time
Stadium,
when
that's
Park
right.
Ji-sung was there. Oh yes, Park Ji-sung was there first. Yes.
Yeah. That's
Park
correct.
Ji-sung was there first before MU bought him, right?
Yeah, before he went to Manchester United.
It was
he
after
went to
Manchester
Germany
United.
first.
No, it was after Manchester United.
Was it after?
Yeah.
After,
It was
okay.
after, yeah. It was after.
Just Park Ji-sung came from Germany.
No, he came from Netherlands, Eindhoven, PSV Eindhoven.
Oh, he came from Eindhoven. Okay, Eindhoven.
Yeah.
Okay, Eindhoven.
Yeah, Carlos Vinicius, I think, has
And
gone
no,
to,
by the way, I'm
PSV.
looking at Burnley squad. They do have a black player, Dwight McNeil.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, you're right. So because that was I think that was when QPR were last promoted. was when Park Ji-sung went there.
Yeah. Park
yeah.
Ji-sung and Rio Ferdinand, I think they played in the same team. The one that got
Yeah,
relegated.
Rio Ferdinand. Yes, Rio Ferdinand was there too.
Yep.
I think Rio Ferdinand is still there.
They
No, he's a pundit now, for the better or worse.
they bought so many players at that time, and when they went down, they were in big trouble because they couldn't pay them. You know, it was a huge problem.
Yeah, and I think that's when Malaysian owners came in.
No,
I think that's when
they came in before they got.
They came in way before. It's Tony Fernandez, right? Their owner.
Yeah, Tony Fernandez came way before. Yeah, Tony Fernandez.
Yeah, Tony Fernandez came way before. I think Tony Fernandez bought them in either 2012 or 2013. Somewhere around that.
News.
Breaking news. Hold on.
Yeah, Camavinga has just signed his contract as new Real Madrid player. Paperworks between Real and Rennes were already signed in the night for 31 million euros plus add-ons. Here we go, confirmed.
There's your
one less player to worry about.
There's your Casemiro replacement right there. Kid's gonna be a baller. He already is.
Thing is, Camavinga going to Real should not ideally affect us. The only thing it will probably do is it will make Manchester United even more hungry after Ruben Neves next season. So we'll probably not.
I think it gives us a better hand at playing against them this for the UEC.
Conference League. I keep forgetting about that tournament.
You know why? That is not a first team tournament, is it? Not a first team tournament, so there's more like this the youth team tournament. So we don't have much of.
Unfortunately, the group that we got, we cannot really play the youth players. We'll have to play some of our first teamers every match. We somehow got a more competitive group in the Conference League than we got in the Europa League last season.
Yeah.
Wait,
There's one team I've never heard of.
Who's in our conference group?
Rennes, Vitesse, and
Vitesse Arnhem, and the NS Buda. NS Buda I've never heard of. They are a bit smaller than some of the local pitches I've seen in my city. So they are not a problem.
Slovenia.
But the other two teams, they are somewhat competitive.
Yeah, I mean, Rennes maybe. Vitesse
is Dutch, right?
They're not.
Vitesse
they're Austrian, right?
No, they're Dutch. They're
Dutch. Oh, okay.
They are that team. I mean, the team that all the Chelsea players go on loan to.
Yeah. Matt Miazga, an American who played at Chelsea, went on loan there.
Yeah, even Mason Mount did, and that's why Mason Mount actually burst into life. Yep, that was like his first big loan spell. After that, he moved to Derby County. He did really well, and then everything came to life.
Yeah. Wayne Bond is asking, hello everyone. How goes the transfer business? What business?
What business, Wayne? Wayne,
we've been sitting down here waiting for business.
Come on, Wayne. You've been around longer than most of us. You know the score.
Okay, this one. Napoli have signed Frank Zambo Anguissa from Fulham. This is a guy who would have looked at as the Sissoko replacement.
Not a bad signing.
All right. Yeah. Lookman has gone to Leicester from Leipzig. Is he going back to Leicester? I think he was from Leicester, right?
No. He was at Fulham.
He was at Fulham.
He was at Fulham last season. He used to be at Everton at one point of time.
Everton. Yes, Everton. Not Leicester.
Ricky.
So another Everton player joined West Ham today, Nikola Vlasic.
There you go. Spanked 5-0 at the weekend.
Vlasic was at Everton?
Everton 2 years ago.
Oh, wow. I don't even remember.
I think
he was in CSKA Moscow, had a fantastic season.
Oh.
But the West Ham fans are not satisfied. I think Tagliafico also went to West Ham.
They wanted Lingard and they didn't get him. So.
Vitesse got spanked 5-0.
Nice. Should we go for Lingard?
No.
Nope.
No. Why?
No, absolutely not. No.
Too high wage.
No.
I think Lingard would have. I mean, he would have performed, but then the thing is, he still wants United. So there's a huge doubt.
He's fighting for his place. That's what he wants to do.
My thing with Lingard is he's too expensive. 25 for a player we won't even play regularly is way too much.
Yeah, and we've got Dele Alli, and we play 3 centre mids. So it's sort of.
I don't. Well, I wouldn't hang on to the
Okay,
formation
there's
too
one
much.
player I don't understand
Yeah,
why we're not
no,
linked to. You know, Japanese boy called Kamada.
Daichi
Yeah.
Kamada, yeah. Daichi Kamada, yeah. Love him.
yeah, he's from Frankfurt, I think.
Yeah,
And
he's
he
in
plays,
Frankfurt, yeah.
and he plays in the Bundesliga. And usually
Yep,
the
yep.
Bundesliga called transition is quite, for German league players to come to play in the Premier League is a bit better, right? So that's why I'm wondering why we're not linked to that. You see?
Yeah, that's actually a good shout. I've never thought about that, to be honest.
I don't know. But the thing is, right, have you noticed, right, for Spurs, every player we have been linked with and we know about, right, we never get. It's all a smoke screen.
Exactly.
It's the players that we don't hear. All of a sudden, Brian Hill is signing. Huh? What? I thought he was Tomiyasu. Right? So I guess
there's one player I think, more of a prospect than a right now kind of player, but one I think we really missed out on. That's Lee Kang-in. Lee Kang-in. He's a South Korean player. And he played for Valencia most recently, but now I believe he went on a free transfer to Mallorca.
Oh yeah, he's a centre attacking mid, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a number 10. He's a talented player. I saw him a couple times for Valencia, and he looked pretty promising. I'm not sure why they let him go, but I do know the ownership and the football operations at that club. Everything about that club is extremely poorly run. So I'm not surprised. But maybe if he does pretty well at Mallorca after a couple of years, that's an option for us. He's an interesting player, and Levy will like it. Cash in even more on that Korean market.
Yeah. No, the thing is that's why I'm wondering why doesn't Levy sign another Asian player from another country? Tomiyasu was Japanese. If you got him right, wouldn't that have been wonderful? You'd be like, the Korean market, the Japanese market.
So you're telling me that basically North London derbies from now on are going to be Japan versus Korea?
There'll be a big issue there too, right?
Because that's what it looks like.
Yeah. Lots of transfer knowledge on the channel. Yeah. Thank you, Ensing.
I don't think we'll play traditional number 10 this season. I don't think we will. So I don't think there was any point in signing him, to be honest.
No. But like you said, we need a creative midfielder. Like Daichi Kamada. We're not even linked to him. You get what I'm saying? And like Emerson, we were looking at Moriba. And also Emerson came along.
Yeah, now that we have not signed Moriba, watch him develop into the next Paul Pogba.
Oh, Moriba. To tell the truth, you can't get Moriba.
There's also Florian Neuhaus, the German player, center midfielder.
Well. Say hi.
He's expensive.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. He wouldn't be cheap, but I mean he's quality, and he could come into the side and start right away. So I think he's that good. I think he'd have no trouble adjusting to the Premier League. He's a player we could have looked at. I'm not sure if we ever did.
Neuhaus plays as a number 8, right?
Yes.
At Gladbach?
Yes, he's a number 8.
I think Nuno really wants to develop Oliver Skip. Because
there's an interesting comment here from Inghua.
Well, there's lots of games.
Inghua says, right, we should try to steal Donny van der Beek.
Yeah.
Here we go. Celtic want Cameron Carter because
not really getting much of a chance there.
Hold on, breaking news. Hold on.
Celtic want Cameron Carter Vickers on loan, but Spurs want a permanent deal. That's coming from Sky Sports, Paul G.
Maybe loan with an option to buy. Maybe we can have one.
Player has got 9 months left in his contract. How can you sign him on loan?
Yeah.
Exactly.
CCV is 9 months left in his contract. Gosh.
Yeah,
I think loan with an option to buy, and if they don't choose to take it, then he walks on a free.
Yeah.
So breaking news.
It is what it is.
Breaking news.
Jack Clark wants to stay at Spurs and try to impress Nuno despite loan interest from England and Scotland from Alasdair Gold.
Yeah.
How will he impress Nuno? By learning Portuguese from Rosetta Stone?
I don't know. Soham, I already told you, it's a secret password.
He's
It's the
certainly not going to
password.
impress him on the pitch.
Everyone wants to stay and fight for their place.
Oh my
Yes, that's the
God.
secret password.
Well, yeah,
That's
they
going
want to
on now.
stay because they get, they get the world class facilities. I'm sure we've got those. I'm sure we've got the best food in the cafeteria. After a
Fire
season
mesh.
after a season up in
No, actually,
Stoke, can you
look,
blame
actually,
him?
that's not the case. The problem is, the problem is, I was hearing Michael Bridge yesterday. So, because London is such a place, right? People don't tend to move abroad from those places. So, life is very cozy and comfort for this type of players. So, pulling everyone out from London is very difficult. So, like if a player moves from, suppose say, Tottenham to Everton, like what Harry Winks we got the offer, right? So there was a concrete offer for that, but Harry didn't took an option to even consider it. So my issue is that also has to be taken into account. So it's not that like we can blame Paratici from here that yeah, he's not doing something, no player is getting out, but players like Sissoko and Aurier, they don't want to compromise, right? They want the same type of salary. They want to play. They want a flamboyant life. So like these players are very, very, very difficult to to make a move out of them. So the problem is not only about the teams coming and getting and proposing a bid for them. It's about the willingness of the player to join them,
Exactly.
because
Yeah.
ultimately it's about the contract is there to be respected on both the parties. So you just can't do like a Willian, like what he did, just tear off the contract and yeah, I will go to the Corinthians. So these doesn't happen all of a sudden. So we can't expect that also. So I think whatever Paratici was given and the deals that he has, I think he did a really good job. Yeah, is it all that we needed? Absolutely not. We were far lagging behind. We are 1 and 2 injuries away from going down to relegation zone, right?
Okay,
So,
But
okay,
okay,
that's a good point.
yeah.
whatever that
So for
happens,
me,
I
that
understand
also has to be
what you are
taken into
saying.
account.
The
Yeah.
lifestyle is attractive, right? But if you got players who are attracted to the lifestyle but not the football, right? Then you shouldn't even be at the club.
Be
Because
there,
you're not going to the club
Absolutely.
to go and have a party and have a lifestyle. You're at the club to bloody perform and play football. If I'm going to buy you and you're going to say, oh, I love to come to London because I like the lifestyle, I won't buy you.
yeah.
If
What
I was
attitude?
Fabio Paratici and
Right.
if I was Fabio and I've tried to sell Aurier and maybe I've presented 3 options of clubs who want to buy him, we've agreed on a price and he's rejected it. I just show him video footage of every single free kick he's given around our box, every single penalty he's conceded, every single red card he's gotten, and then I'll be like, do you really think that you deserve better, that you deserve a higher, because this is the problem, and I think I can't remember who it was, if it was Jamie Carragher or somebody said on Sky Sports that one of the problems at Tottenham is a lot of these players think they're better than they are, and that's the
Exactly.
truth. That's the truth. I want to see positive energy in the changing room, positive energy at the training facility, but I mean, these players need to know the mistakes they're making and how that relates to their value if they're looking for a move away. They need to know how they're viewed by other football clubs and by
I guess,
pundits.
Tyrion, what you're saying is true, and by the performances they've been putting up for the past 3 games that we are 3-0 and clean sheets, right? I guess there's a message getting through from Nuno to the players. That's why they're performing a bit different. Okay, but the problem is that
I'm talking
you
about
get.
for the players who want away, who
Oh,
want a move.
I understand. No,
Like
the problem
Aurier.
is no. The players like Aurier wants to move and Dombele wants to move, but they can't move it's because nobody wants to buy them. So if you're left with players like that, are you going to put them?
Well, so that's what
Sideline
I'm
them?
saying. They need to understand that their agents
forget.
should have
Uh,
should have the will to tell
Understand
them.
one thing, Kieran, right? The first thing you must understand, right? Being human, you're selfish first. You don't have to understand anything else. Whatever you do is for yourself. You think they give a F about what's going to happen to the team or whatever, right? how you perform and whatever. They only cared about what am I going to get paid at the end of the week, correct? And the agents also do that because they get a cut from them.
No, absolutely, but they
Yeah.
need to know their value. They need to understand their value. It's like in the documentary, Danny Rose asking about Milan. You haven't played well enough in the last 2 years to get AC Milan to want to buy you. And somebody
No,
just needs
but
to say that.
In Danny
somebody
Rose's defense,
needs
even
to
Milan
just tell
themselves
them.
didn't play well enough to be AC Milan for those last
No.
2 years.
But the thing is that,
That's
we
true,
don't
that's
go back
true.
to Danny Rose and all that because Danny Rose had a lot of other issues before that, right?
I think a lot of these players have a lot of issues.
But the problem is that it's our recruitment. We
It is.
somehow or another find shit players to play
100%.
for us. Sorry, guys who are underage. Right. Okay, beyond that, don't want to argue about Deadwood and all that, right? Today is the day that we're waiting for things that were supposed to come in.
Oh my!
And we're
Apparently,
lucky.
And
Okay.
Gogama, I agree. I don't
There
think
is,
all the players are like that either. It's just a select few. It's just a
It's
select
like,
few.
yeah.
All right. Anything, Leo? What's happening?
apparently we have offered Real Betis Serge Aurier, which could see Bellerin not go to Real Betis and halt the Tomiyasu deal. So
Oh.
this is looking really
So
promising.
is this
Yes.
hold on, guys.
Yes.
Is this a Paratici checkmate or a Levy checkmate?
This is way too petty to be party. This has Levy written all over it. This is way too petty. This has to be
Okay.
Levy.
If
But
he
guys-
pulls this off, and they get stuck with Bellerin, then next home game they need to be pointing at Paratici and just going Yido, because that is masterclass right there.
Right. Another comment from Scott M here, right? Niehaus, right? Niehaus would be great, but I think they will keep him for this year. He will go to Bayern next year.
Yeah, he'll go to Bayern like every other talented German player. How
Yeah, that's
long
true.
are other clubs going to allow this to happen? Allow them to poach all the talent in that country? I mean,
I don't know.
Look,
I
it's
don't
not-
understand why
it's
the
not
German
about-
clubs still do business with them at this point. It's ridiculous.
It's not only about German clubs. If the player doesn't go, Sabitzer has players from 15 clubs all across Europe, and he preferred this one, Bayern Munich, because Nagelsmann was there, is there now. So my thing is not, you can't just tell that it's all about the clubs. They are forced to sell or they have to stuck with you because you think that like players like Serge Gnabry, Leon Goretzka, they were free agents. Upamecano, they don't play. They don't pay the value at all. So we can't blame them, right? Like if they doesn't want these things to go, then you can't just force them and tell them no, we will not sell them. Then they will tell, okay, no need to sell them. I will be here only. So you are stuck with him. It's either nothing, like it's either all or nothing for them also.
I just think that if the clubs continue to allow them to do business, and I understand what you're saying, the players do have a choice to make. But if the clubs allow the Bayern to constantly poach all their talent, then the Bundesliga will be what it is forever. It'll never improve as a league, and these clubs will never have a chance to challenge for the title.
Even Dortmund doesn't have a chance, right? Dortmund is like a tiger against all the teams.
We don't
They
have to go
might
into Bundesliga.
now. They
The
might this
Bundesliga is a
season, but
monopoly.
next season when Haaland is gone, they will not have a chance. They might have a chance this season because of a superstar, once-in-a-generation player that they've developed there. But as soon as he leaves next season, which he will, then they'll be out of competition again, and it'll be Bayern Munich.
Then they'll just get another generational striker to replace him, because that's what Dortmund keep on doing. They just have this fantastic recruitment system.
No, that's true.
Why can't we be like that?
That is
How
Dortmund's
many
business
times-
model.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
But how many times has it actually helped them win the league? That's
Only
the
twice,
thing.
and that too, they had a generational
Exactly.
coach as well in Jurgen Klopp.
Exactly. So look at all the things that have to fall into place for even the second best German club, far and away the second best, to win the league. It's just, I don't know.
I think Leipzig have really closed the gap on them, but yeah, the gap between those two and Bayern is still just way too.
I feel like if I'm any of those German clubs who get in and around the top 6, I would be negotiating with players and telling them I'm putting it in your contract. If you want to sign here, I'm not selling you to Bayern. You
Thing
can go
is, that
to
won't happen.
you can
Thing is,
go to
that won't happen
anywhere you
because
want. Anywhere you want. The Premier League, you
problem
can go
is,
France, wherever you want, but you're not going to Bayern. That's what I would
problem is
do.
that might
And if you
seem
miss out
sound
on
on.
Kieran,
Yeah, go
you
ahead,
must
go ahead,
understand.
Kieran. Finish
You
up.
must
I just think
understand.
if you miss out on some players, that's one thing, but at least you're giving yourself an opportunity to stay competitive. They're not going to be competitive if they keep this up. It's just it's just the
Kieran,
fact of the matter.
no, you must understand, right? The whole of Bundesliga has been the feeder club, being feeder clubs, right, for Bayern Munich for the past 15 years. That's it.
More than that.
I
More
understand
than
that, and I'm saying that I'm surprised that there isn't a will and
The
ambition
reason there
from
is
these
not.
other clubs
The
and their
thing is, the
fan
reason there
bases
is
to want things to change.
a big reason for that is the fact that all of them have some form of debt towards Bayern, because all of them at some point or the other have veered towards liquidation, and every single time Bayern comes out and saves them. It happened with Dortmund, happened with Gladbach, happened with. Did it happen with Schalke? I don't remember. I remember it happened with Frankfurt very well. Frankfurt were almost gone, and then Bayern gave them a lot of money and took them out.
Yeah. So that means it's money
As
talks
well.
again. So yeah,
Exactly, money talks again. Why do you think Bayern are the biggest proponents of 50+1 rule in Germany? They know if a private investor comes in and makes one of the teams rich, they won't be dependent on Bayern anymore for money and tickets.
Yeah. But at least Bayern wins the Champions League once in a while.
Once in a while.
Take
Once
this
in a
with a pinch of salt, by the way, because it is from the Sun. But Tottenham in Neves talks, so I wouldn't really take that too serious because it is from the Sun. But who knows? They could actually be right for once. Who knows? But yeah, I would actually like that a lot if we got Neves. I think any club would.
You need more than just a grain of salt for Sun articles.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, just from Jens, right? Rumors Suarez going back to Liverpool.
Who?
Oh,
wait,
no.
what?
No
What?
way.
Where do you get this one?
I don't know. No, I don't know. Maybe there
Yes,
is. Maybe there's not.
old Suarez with limping around the pitch with a cane is going to be able to do the gegenpress at Liverpool. Sure, yeah, no problems there.
Yeah. And Nuno is magic. I'm saying yes.
I'll be right back. Hold up.
All right.
Yeah, Nuno is magic. It is magical when you keep 3 back-to-back clean sheets with Dyer and Sanchez at the heart of the defense.
That is beyond.
It's never been done in the history of Tottenham. Bill Nicholson couldn't do it. Our greatest managers. Nobody has ever won the first 3 games and not conceded. I mean,
exactly.
You gotta give credit to Nuno.
Like if the players
incredible.
we don't want, right? Like Ori and all that. And if we can buy out let's say if they come out with negotiation to buy out their own contracts to leave is one thing. And let's say but of course the players won't want a settlement, right? Unless they have a club already in place. But if you have a club in place, you must as well just sell them to the other teams. So I guess things like Willian tearing up his contracts and all that, I don't think that it will ever happen at Spurs, right? Because we've already seen the Danny Rose scenario, right? Luckily, we didn't get Willian, right?
Oh my god!
The second time round, the first time round, we should have got Willian, but damn it.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna have another friend on, right? Hold on.
All right, go ahead.
Harry.
Hello.
Hello.
All right. Say hi to Harry. Harry's a Liverpool fan, and he's the co-host of Plot Malaysia from with Ram. Yeah.
Hi guys.
Okay, cool.
Hi guys.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you guys.
We were just reading one statement out there just now, right? We are hearing that Suarez is going back to Liverpool. Is it true?
Oh no, John, no chance. No chance. Yeah. I don't think that one's happening. So are you guys covering the transfer? Is it the transfer deadline day today?
Yep.
We'll try to cover it as much as possible. Can't go until next morning 6 a.m. right? So our time.
Yep.
And of course, go ahead.
Yeah, I think from a Liverpool perspective, at least, there's nothing really going on. It's just it's just the old business, which was Kanate. But I think there's some outgoings today, which is basically Nat Phillips.
Divock Origi? Okay.
I think Nat Phillips is potentially going to be sold. I think they're waiting for some offers to come in. There are a couple of players leaving on loan, such as Reece Williams, etc. Divock Origi, I think, is going to stay because if he goes, then we need to bring in a replacement. I don't think there's enough time for that. So I think Origi will definitely be staying on with the club for another year at least. Yeah. So it's really quiet, man. It's really quiet and depressing.
Harry, are you quite a bit worried that your squad is, the depth is not there? You just got in Konate and you're not like covering a lot of spots at the moment.
Yeah. So of course, worried about. Actually, I'm worried more about the squad depth in the forward area, not in midfield, not in defense, because I think we're well stocked. It's more the forwards. So we've got 4 really good forwards. We've got obviously Bobby Firmino, Salah, Mane, and then Jota. But I think after that it becomes really thin. So we've got Minamino and Origi, etc. But they're not really Klopp's favorites. So my preference would have been to bring in one more forward player, really, one more player who can play across the front line, who can play in the absence of Salah, for example, because you got to remember as well, Salah and Mane are going to be going away for the African Cup of Nations in January.
That's right.
So yeah, so we need someone to be able to play and come on for those two in case of an injury, in case they're away. So I'm actually very, very disappointed with the ownership because I would have at least wanted one more player in the forward line to come in.
Is it because of this?
I don't think so. The thing is, I was reading an article. Apparently, FSG have a track record like this. Like even with the NFL team they own in USA. Apparently, the season that they won the league in, the championship league, whatever they call, they spent a lot of money. But every season after that, their like investment into the team just went on decreasing. I see the same thing happening with Liverpool as well. It's like they get complacent after they win a trophy.
Yeah, so I think I read the same article. I think as well. It's a very futuristic thinking the way they work. They don't think about the now and the present. They like to think about 2 or 3
Boston
windows down the
right?
line.
MLB
yeah,
team,
Boston
right,
Red Sox,
right.
yes,
MLB,
yes. So
right.
they like to think about
Not
2 or
NFL.
3 seasons down the road.
Right.
So the problem with that thinking is you will not be successful every year. You'll be successful, or you may win things once every 3 or 4 years because it's planning for the future, which means they like to bring in young talent, develop them, give them. Give them a
we
chance
know
to
all
develop
about that at Tottenham. All we do
Oh,
is
there you
plan
go.
for the future, but we never win anything.
I never win anything. There you go.
Okay, before we continue, sorry, forgot to introduce you. Right?
Sorry, just to stop you there. You just one quick point, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just think about it, right? The reason we won the Champions League and the Premier League, people always say the reason Liverpool crossed that line is because they brought in Virgil van Dijk and Alisson, right?
Right.
The only reason they were able to bring in Virgil van Dijk and Alisson is because they sold Coutinho for 140 million pounds. So if that didn't happen, and if we didn't have Jurgen Klopp, because Jurgen Klopp, you got to remember, is an elite coach. If that was not there, it would be similar to Tottenham, right? So yeah, there you go. And maybe the same as Arsenal as well.
So what you're saying is we should have sold Harry Kane. Is what you're saying? We should have sold Harry Kane.
No, guys, hold on, guys. Forgot to do the introductions first. Harry, have you met the guys? Leo is on.
I have not met any of them yet.
Yeah. Viber is on. You can see Leo, Viber. I still can't pronounce your name.
It's Prithvi.
Okay.
Prithvi.
Yeah.
Harry, one question quickly. What is your thinking about Michael Edwards stepping down? I think that's a huge loss.
So I was going to say that, right? The other one difference you mentioned, whether you should sell Harry Kane. Spurs have done that before. They sold Gareth Bale before, but they didn't use the money well. Their recruitment is really poor. The one thing I'll give credit to FSG about is they've got a very good recruitment team. So Michael Edwards leads a great team. So we normally, when we sell players, we buy really well. Our recruitment is really good, right? Michael Edwards is supposedly going to leave the club in a year's time. That's going to be a huge loss. But I mean, according to reports, from what I've heard, they've got a very good succession plan in place.
Exactly.
So the number 2 to Michael Edwards has been groomed to take over his role already for the last few years. So he apparently is really good. Julian Ward, I think is
Julian Ward, right? Yep.
Yeah, so I think they should be
Read
fine
that as well.
in that front. Yeah, I think Liverpool's a very, very well run club. The problem is, we don't have the kind of funds like the likes of Man United and Man City and Chelsea, etc. have. So we're never going to be able to compete by getting all the big stars. But yeah, so I'm a bit disappointed because we didn't want a big name this year. We just wanted someone who can come on as a forward player. As and when someone is injured, etc., someone we can groom,
Right.
and they haven't
Right,
invested,
right.
so it's a big disappointment. Yeah.
Also,
what
when
would
you
you
look
like-
at it, like you guys sold Wijnaldum, you didn't really buy any direct replacement for Wijnaldum.
Yeah. So the next question is, Harry,
Hmm.
how many players do you actually need, right, to make your squad, the depth, a bit stronger?
If I'm very honest, we just need one.
One.
I'll tell you why. People say we should replace Wijnaldum, etc. That's if we can. Okay, yeah, it's a bonus. For me, it's not really needed because you have to remember the reason why Wijnaldum played a lot of games last year was because half of our midfield was playing in defense. So we're very, very well stocked in midfield. We don't have a shortage. We've got 8 central midfielders. 8, which is probably more than any other club. We've got Fabinho, Thiago, Henderson, James Milner, who still plays there, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Naby Keita, Curtis Jones, who played lots of games, and then we've got the new talent, the new kid on the block, who's going to be a huge talent, Harvey Elliott, who's going to be a superstar in a few years, who plays in midfield as well. So we've got 8 top midfielders. We don't really need a replacement for Wijnaldum. What
Don't you think
we need. Yep.
Sorry. Continue. No.
So I think what we really need is one body up front because we're short of good attackers. We've got 4 top class attackers, and then after that, really they're not really the drop off is huge. The drop off is pretty huge, really. Yeah.
But of course, everybody's waiting for next year when Haaland's contract is how you say it? No, his release clause comes into kicks into action, right? With a 75 million euros or something, right? His release clause for next season. It's going to be something like a bidding war for him after that. It's like
Exactly.
a lot of teams are going to go after him, right? And if I'm not mistaken, even Liverpool has been linked to Haaland before, right?
I doubt that.
Actually, can I just say one thing here? Apparently, and I don't know how true this is, but apparently Liverpool are planning a big summer next year. So I think the way they're doing is I think they feel it's not a good market to do business this year. As you can see with a lot of the business that's been done, it's expensive business, etc. And it's coming off of COVID. I mean, we're still in a pandemic, right? So I think there are a lot of players that are out of contract next year.
Right.
And I think they're planned for that, basically, to go big next year, where they will probably look to recruit quite a lot of players next year, which is why they're very conservative this year. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just excuses.
But guys, aren't you surprised, right? I mean, as an overall in the football market now, with the COVID there, all the other teams around in the leagues, right, in Europe needs money, and somehow or another, English teams have been paying premium on top of premium to get players, right?
Yeah.
But when you see like Bayern Munich buying Sabitzer for like 15 million euros, it's like you're scratching your head. But when an English league team that wants, let's say Spurs wants to buy Sabitzer, the price will go to 30 million euros. All of a sudden, everything doubles up because they know we have the money and they're just trying to milk us. Instead of we having a chance to go and get real good value for the players, but it's not there. That's why this COVID scenario actually has turned it opposite because not that much competition. That makes you one paymaster, and whenever what player that paymaster wants, right, the price will increase at least another 50%. Right.
Yeah.
That's the scary thing, and that's why maybe Liverpool now not dipping into the transfer market, just maybe going a bit slow on it. Is maybe they're saving the cash because if things don't turn around well, by January window comes around, a lot of clubs are going to really, really, really suffer.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. Right?
Yeah, and I think that's again part of Liverpool thinking, right? The recruitment team and the way they work, they're really smart. So I think they're forecasting a situation where a lot of clubs will have blown their money this summer, and they're going to be in prime position to take advantage of things moving forward in the next few months. So yeah, we'll wait and see. And I think we have a squad to cope. It's just whether we can deal with an injury or two in the forward area, and whether that's my only concern in the forward area, and whether the African Cup of Nations is a bit too much of a push for Sadio Mane and Salah. Yep.
And any news on your players leaving for this international break, Harry? You know, like Spurs, we already lost Lo Celso and Romero. They already flown off.
Yeah.
Yes, Vaibhav, anything?
Yes, by the way, Spurs tried again for Sampdoria player Mikkel Damsgaard, but Sampdoria rejected it right away.
Again.
Yeah.
Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Right. Sorry.
I don't think they'd want to sell him after the way he played in the Euros, especially.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice thing. Yeah.
And we are very late in the window as well, so they don't get a replacement right now.
Yeah. But the weird thing about Liverpool, Harry, you're not even linked to any players at all.
Yeah, they're not. Like I said, they're not going for anyone. They've made it clear
Yeah.
they're not. They're satisfied with the business and they're leaving it as it is. I think they're going to wait. They're going to wait for some better deals to be made available. I think they were after a few players, but those players are not available on the cheap now, or the clubs are quoting ridiculous transfer fees. So I think one was Ismail Assar from Watford.
Oh yeah, we were looking into him too. Yeah.
But he's been.
I think Ismail Assar could be like a direct replacement for Sadio Mane in the long term.
Yes. Yep. So apparently Watford won a lot of money right now. So I think Liverpool are going to wait. The other one they were looking at was Jared Bowen from West Ham. But again, I think West Ham don't want to sell him this summer. So there are quite a few players like that. So I think they're just keeping their powder dry, basically. But
I guess Liverpool.
The one thing I'll say is we've actually got. I mean, we have signed Ibrahima Konate, who's actually going to be a blockbuster defender, guys. He's a fabulous defender. I mean, he hasn't started yet for us because Matip's on form, but he's really good. And then we've actually got another signing, which people obviously don't talk about because he's a current signing of ours, but Harvey Elliott. Harvey Elliott. He's brought back. He's like a new signing, man. He's a brilliant player. He's coming as a new signing almost, so you got to look at that one.
And you got good youngsters coming up, right? Like Curtis Jones and all that. So
Curtis Jones played lots of games last year. He's going to be even better this year because he's a year older. There's another young boy, but he'll probably get cup games this year. But he's one to watch out. Kate Gordon, 16-year-old. He's supposed to be a mega talent coming out, and he's going to be involved in first team a little bit this year as well. So we're quite well stocked in other areas, I think. So and you never know. Well, Taki Minamino may have a good year this year. So let's see. Fingers crossed.
Another piece of news: Daniel James has now officially signed his contract and is a Leeds United player. So interesting.
Can I ask a Tottenham related question here for you guys? Are you guys happy with your business?
Go ahead.
Are you guys happy with your business so far?
Spurs fans are never happy with our business. We are never.
But you guys
never
have
are.
done a lot of business.
We are never happy.
Quite a bit of business this summer.
It's still not enough. A lot of our business has been players for the future, not players for the now. And as you know, I'm sure you're aware, we just had a disaster season last season, and we've been on a 2 years, well, almost 3 year slide now since the Champions League final. So yeah, I mean it's 3 games. It's great. We were top of the table. We were top of the table.
And we
for
have
almost
Darren
December
Sanchez at the back.
Yeah, so I think if I've got it correct, you've got you've signed on Romero. Harry Kane is staying now.
That is our biggest transfer, actually. Harry Kane is our biggest transfer.
Biggest non-transfer.
I also saw that I think you've almost confirmed the signing of Emerson Royal as well, who's apparently a very good player. So well, a lot more business than Liverpool. That's
the thing is, I think it's very similar to Liverpool situation where Romero is basically our version of Konate. He's going to be a blockbuster centre back signing. You have you called Harvey Elliott a new signing. Oliver Skip is that guy for us. On loan last season, he's basically been a new signing for us. The only things that we have added are Brian Hill, who looks really promising. I won't lie, who looks really promising. He could be really good.
Yeah.
And Emerson Royal as well, right?
Emerson
Royal. But hold on. Spurs fans believe in this, right? If they're not at the club holding the jersey, right? It's not done yet.
It's not done yet.
It's not done yet. For us, we have this PTSD thing, right? You can talk all about it. You've signed and all that.
Exactly.
All of a sudden, last minute.
There's one certain footballer who put this PTSD into us, and now he is fucked off to Brazil.
Yeah.
even the Dybala transfer also was like that.
Right?
Yeah. Last minute. Spurs has got a lot of last minute pullbacks, so that's the problem.
Kiran, what does your cat think? Who should we buy?
Who should we get, Pity Pat? What do you think? Silence, as
He
usual.
knows we are Spurs. We won't get anyone.
Can I just?
She's
can I
not.
just
She's not
answer
going to
that-
waste her breath.
Can I just answer
Bro.
that comment? Actually, the comment that came in from Derek, which I saw, which is Liverpool need signings or they will not finish top 4, and Klopp will leave. Liverpool will still finish top 4. I mean,
The first team is too good.
let me paint a picture for you. Last year we were without any central defenders, and we had half our central midfielders playing in defense, and even they got injured. We were playing rookies at centre back, and we still finished third in this league. So as long as Jurgen Klopp is in this club, I mean, if you can have no central defenders and finish third, we're never going to have an issue not finishing fourth. Don't worry about that
Klopp's
one.
really a magician. Klopp's a magician.
Yep.
I agree that.
No, that comes down to the brilliance of Klopp. And Viber, you got to go soon.
Yes. Bye bye, guys.
Good to
All
see
right,
you.
take care. All right,
Good
catch
one,
you
man.
next time. Bye bye.
What do you guys think about the Ronaldo signing for United? By the way.
Oh, we had that we had that session with Ram earlier. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, to tell the truth,
interesting.
right?
Oh, okay.
They should win the
Breaking
league. They
news.
should win the
Guys,
league. Okay.
breaking news. Guys,
Okay.
breaking news. And this is just coming out of the blue. I had not read about this anywhere.
All
Jerome Boateng is on his way to Lyon.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
I
He's
did
on the
see
free.
something about an hour ago
Wow.
that he was that
Yeah.
Leon were looking at him. Yeah.
But he's on the free, so
Apparently his legs are gone. He probably can't handle anything above the French league at this point. So,
Yeah.
but
I mean, people were talking about him.
He has to handle Mbappe, Neymar, and
Guys,
Messi.
I'll hop off for a second,
Oh,
but I'll
he-
be back. I have to take
All
a
right.
call. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, well, theoretically, but he won't, and it'll be okay because Leon don't expect him to. I think with the Ronaldo signing, I mean, I think Manchester United, it's a brilliant piece of business. You get one of the greatest players of all time for £25 million, which is more than doubled by the shirt sales within the first probably month, let alone the whole time
What
he
month? I think
remains.
within the first week.
Emerson
maybe
is following Spurs. That is official on Instagram.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's been some
So,
time
yeah,
already.
it looks like.
Yeah. And Harry, like we were talking with Ram about Ronaldo signing. We was asking Ram, right?
Yep.
Would he expect to win at least a cup or at least the Premier League? That must be the target that you go for with Ronaldo in your team. Because I don't think Ronaldo is going to go to MU and say that, okay, I'm going to settle with top 4. Not like Spurs.
Not happening.
Well, I mean, it depends on how much influence he can have because Ronaldo is not going to play game in, game out for Manchester United in the Premier League. I mean, he may be Ronaldo, but he's still 35, 36 years old.
Yeah, but that's the thing about that. He did a test and he's actually got the body of a 26 or 7-year-old. So he can play. He'll go into his 40s playing at the top level, I think.
I understand
He
that
could be
Ronaldo is superhuman, but at the same time, he's coming from Italy. It's going to be a massive adjustment. He hasn't been in the Premier League in a long time. I'm sure he remembers, but that his body doesn't remember the pace at which he'll have to play once he comes back here. And it's only gotten faster since he left.
No, we will find out in the first 2-3 matches how he performs, right?
I think his debut
he's-
against Newcastle, right?
He'll still be great. It's Ronaldo, but I mean, I'm just saying that there's no way he can play, even 35 out of 38 games. It's
He
just
will
not
want to
happening.
get that golden boot though. So like if Cavani say wants to start, he won't give up the chance for the golden boot because of that. I reckon Ronaldo will play game in, game out for United. I just can't see him not.
We see how it
not
goes.
playing.
But guys,
He didn't
according,
even play game in, game out for Juventus. I just don't see how
That's
he does it for
because
United.
his mind wasn't there. He didn't want to.
hold on, Kiran. According to Jens, Ricky Villa, right? He says Ori expected to stay. Oh dear.
Yeah. There's been I've been hearing that
That's
since
cool.
yesterday. Yeah, it's
Right.
I'm
And what
Arsenal
does,
looking for right back.
Ben Thompson,
Poirier off to Arsenal.
any chance Michelle coming to Spurs?
He is an Arsenal fan, right?
All right. Okay.
don't want
Martial-
Martial. Absolutely not.
Martial coming to Spurs
me
because of
neither.
Ronaldo going United. I'm not sure about that, but
Not happening. Not happening.
I don't
Martial's
think
too
he was.
costly.
What you're saying is correct, Kieran. At his age, he can't play 90 minutes for 38 games in the Premier League. Plus, they've got Champions League. They've got another 2 cups, the Carabao Cup.
And he's going to want to play those Champions League games. That's his first priority, not the Premier League.
Yes.
I have a very different understanding to the whole situation with Ronaldo's transfer. Considering he's already a legend at United, there are like those kind of flash. How do you say it? People tend to perform better when you're playing with your idols. And most of the United players there are actually in United because of Ronaldo having played there and stuff like that. So, I mean, now that they're getting the chance to play with him, I think they'd probably perform much better than what they have so far.
Excellent
and that's
point.
going to drastically improve their season.
Excellent point. I completely agree. I think that's a huge reason that Ole would have wanted this to happen is the impact it'll have on the changing room. Absolutely. I mean, you see him in training every day. Imagine what that does to your mentality and your motivation as a player. What better motivation could you have playing with Ronaldo?
Harry, I know Derek Hutchinson is trying to gear you up a bit, but it's all just in the fun of banter.
No, all good. And to be honest, I mean, it's true, right? We haven't strengthened, but there are 2 ways of looking at this. We've got Van Dijk back, which is like a new signing as well. Didn't play last year. You got to remember that one. We got Matip back, Gomez back. 3 new signings maybe. We signed Thiago last summer, who's probably one of the best midfielders in the world. He was out for 3 or 4 months last year. So he's literally a new signing. Jota was out for 3 months last year. He's another signing. So Costa Tsimikas, I don't know how many of you guys have him in your fantasy league.
He's a surprise.
He smashed it
Harry,
in the first 2 games. Yep.
Harry, to tell the truth, right? On the Saturday game, the last game,
Chelsea.
The late game against Chelsea, right? I was surprised why Robertson was playing. I think if Klopp brought on Costa Tsimikas earlier, right?
Yep, I agree with that.
A lot of damage. He would have done a lot of damage to Chelsea because Robertson was off. You could tell Robertson was off.
He's just back. He's just back from
he just got back. He was off, and I was really surprised. Why wasn't Tsimikas playing?
So Tsimikas technically is another new signing. He played 6 minutes of Premier League last year. So isn't that not a new signing? And he's one of the best left backs already in the league. So if you look at it that way, we have really strengthened our team. So,
but you really strengthened from the youth. That's the surprising part. Not buying in players. Yeah.
No, actually, we did.
As a Spurs fan, right? When we played Pacos de Ferreira, the first game away, we were hoping some kind of performance like that from our youth. But I think because of our senior players didn't carry the youth players, they give them that push. The youth was actually lost. During the friendly games, you saw Niall John perform so well. Guys, remember? During the Pacos de Ferreira game away, he wasn't even there.
Exactly. He was invisible.
He was invisible. Why? Yeah. Maybe because Harry Winks.
He's emulating Harry Winks, which is not a person you'd want to emulate. But
that's the problem. That's why at least your youth coming up. Apart from us, we saw like Dane Scarlett, but we pity Dane Scarlett because during that game he didn't get any service. Okay, so in the end of the day, like I said, your youth system, the guys that you're bringing up, has got more potential than our youth system that the guys are coming up. Apart, of course, from Skip and Taganga, that's come through our youth system, but they're already in their 20s. Apart from Skip,
can I get an unbiased opinion from you guys? I mean, I'm gonna just give you my opinion first. I think all of us, Skip, from what I've seen of him, looks a top player for you guys. I just want to get an unbiased opinion. Maybe I'm looking at it from red tinted glass as well. But the Liverpool fans that we talk to, I speak to as well, for example, everyone's been highly impressed with Harvey Elliott. As a neutral Spurs fans, have you guys watched him in action any of the games or against Chelsea? What are your thoughts on him?
Fantastic, baller.
I personally feel he's got time to improve, and I think he'll do better soon enough. And I think, considering his age, also, I think he's got a lot of time to improve. He's already good right now.
18 years old. That's the scary part about him.
Yeah. I think you give him a bit more time. Like
I agree. Yep.
I still can't pronounce it. Prithvi.
Yeah.
Prithvi. It's Prithvi.
P or F?
P. Yeah.
It's Prithvi.
PRI?
THVI.
Oh, pretty. Okay, that reminds me of Jamie. Pretty. Right. I got it. My co-host, Jamie Pretty. Yeah, but he's a
Nice,
actually
nice.
his spell is pretty, the real pretty. But no,
Okay.
Elliot has the talent, and I think now if Klopp gives him the chance, right, he needs to play more. I think to understand the system that you guys have and to be up to speed that what has to be done, and he will be a baller, right?
The way I look at it, right?
But
he's-
Harry,
Yeah.
there's one thing. He must not get a bad injury. If he gets a bad injury, that will derail him.
Of course,
really bad.
yeah. That hopefully,
Because
hopefully,
when you're young, 18 years old, when you break something, right, it really gets into you here.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying?
No,
Yeah.
I mean, of course.
Yeah.
I think we all hope that doesn't happen with him, but I mean, you can't have two harder games in the season, right? He's played against Burnley, who are probably the most physical team in the league at 18
Yeah,
years
that's
old,
true.
and he came out with flying colors.
Unscathed,
and
yeah,
then
unscathed,
and then he played with Chelsea, who's probably the best team in the league right now, European champions, and again he came out with flying colors as well. So I think he's probably faced
I
the
know,
two
but
toughest
the
tests.
game
Yeah.
against Chelsea, physically he came out unscathed, but he still didn't have that intelligence to break their defense down. But we still have to give kudos to Chelsea is that with that 10 men they had, they defended really well.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I'm not going to blame.
Yeah.
I'm not going to
To be
blame
fair to the
Elliot
kid,
for that.
even Kevin De Bruyne couldn't break down that Chelsea defense last
Yeah, exactly,
season.
exactly
So,
what I was
yeah.
gonna say. So, I mean, even Salah couldn't break down that defense, right? Salah, Mane, none of them could. So he's an 18-year-old kid. So
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Some comments, right? Reload says plan is probably play backup.
Play the backups in the away games and the home. Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense.
And Ricky will says that Rams have sold another player. Okay. Moses to Bruges. Hopefully, and left and right. And Ricky says, Reload thinks I think Elliott's one level below Foden, Greenwood, Saka level. All right. Obviously, Haaland, Mbappe on top. Yeah.
Yep.
But he's 18. He's got time to improve and to learn.
Thing is, okay, one more thing there. Since we're talking about the youth, a big difference that I see between Liverpool or even Arsenal or other big clubs and us.
My daughter.
Start playing. Oh, okay.
I don't know whether she's watching or she just came in to bug me.
Yeah.
What do you want, girl? Do you want something?
We bring our youth players into our main team at a much later age than the other teams. Even if you look at someone like a Harry Kane, who is our best youth product ever, he made it. He got into a starting 11 only when he was like 22 already.
Correct.
So we bring them really late. Look at Skip. Skip is what, 21. Tanganga is 22. We do it really late. The thing is, it's a bit of a double-edged sword. A lot of players get frustrated and leave earlier. So you look at someone like a Noni Madueke, to a lesser extent Elliot Thorpe, who's not that good. But anyway, you get players who get frustrated and leave. But the ones who come through, they're really at that level. Harry Winks. Yeah, other than Harry Winks, others are at that level. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Whose dogs are howling?
It's downstairs.
All right. But
Someone's
I
at the
understand.
door.
Yes, somehow or another we do that, right? We don't actually blood them young. That's why I was wondering, why don't we like give chances to like 18 years old and all that to be part of the first team to bring it up? But Spurs like to loan them out half the time.
Yeah, most of the time.
So Daniel James has gone to Leeds, right? That's confirmed, right?
Yep.
It's confirmed.
So the big question I've got to ask is, does that mean Rafinha is available?
Probably not this season, probably next season. Probably next season.
Helder Costa is going to Valencia, so that's probably who's going.
Helder Costa is going to
Helder
Valencia.
Costa is going to Valencia. Oh, damn. I thought Rafinha is available. Maybe a cheeky bid in for him. He's quality.
I think Rafinha will leave next season regardless, and it's going to be for a bumper fee. It's going to be like upwards of 50 million.
Yeah, he's a class act. Caudle was the best youth product, my opinion. He started at 17. We don't do that anymore. That's what.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough. Right. And thanks for stopping by. Yes. Guguma, that's my daughter, Guguma. Surprisingly. She's following. Cute. And she helps me with some videos and some clips sometimes. Yeah. That's part of her job. And guys, any more updates? Or it's just quiet out there now?
It's pretty quiet.
Renato Sanchez is in the balance with the club struggling to agree a fee. So yeah, basically, yeah, same shit. Nothing new.
Yeah.
Nothing.
All right. So I guess any guys, do you all want to continue or you all want to call it a day?
I don't mind.
I've actually got to step away, Eugene. I thought I'll join you guys for a bit, but I've got to head off.
Thanks.
All right.
Thanks, Harry. You want to plug your channel? Or give a shout out to your channel or something?
Yeah, I mean, guys, if you haven't checked out the channel, I think Ram gave it a shout out as well. But please check out Plot Malaysia. We are a Malaysian-based YouTube channel. Totally neutral content. So I'm a Liverpool fan, Ram's a Man United fan. Lots of banter on the channel, lots of debate, good fun, and yeah, we also do live streams. Plus, we do some recorded shows as well. So yeah, join us on the show, and if you haven't, just do give us do subscribe to the channel as well. Eugene, thanks a lot, man.
Thanks, Harry, hold on. I have to link up with Ankit soon.
Yeah, sure.
For the Chelsea Spurs game. Maybe we do a watch along or something together, right?
Yeah,
Maybe link us up together, right?
Yeah,
guys?
absolutely.
All right, thanks.
All right, man.
Take
care, guys.
All right,
bye, guys.
Cheers. Have a good one.
Yep, thanks. Oh, guys, we're down to 5.
Have you guys seen this tweet from Alistair Gold calling us Tottenham fullback FC?
Yeah, because we've got 4 right backs now. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, with Emerson, that's 7 first-team fullbacks on the books.
Perfect. You can never have enough cover.
Who are the other 3?
7.
4 on the right, 3 on the left. 4 on the right, 3 on the left.
Reguilon, and who else is there?
Davis. And then on the right side, Aurier, Emerson, Tanganga, and Doherty. 7.
But is Sessegnon actually meant to play LB? I'm a little.
Yeah, I think he needs to press more up the pitch. To be honest, I don't think he's a left back. His defensive capabilities are just not there.
No, he's a wing back. He's definitely a wing back.
No, I wouldn't even put him wing back. I'd put him left mid. To be honest.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Since the transfer, there's no breaking news, right? Since we're all Spurs fans here, are we all Spurs fans here? Yes. No other neutral fans. What do you think about the Watford game?
I think we could have been more. What do you say? Like these first 3 games actually reminded me of the first few games that Mourinho had. Kind of like just pushed through, and at the end of it we won it. Yeah, cool. But I mean, how long can we keep doing this, right? Score the first goal and then keep defending till we win it. I mean I think that backfired last season like big time.
We did have a lot more chances, to be fair, like that Delhi miss when he hit it on the was it Delhi or Kane? It was one of the two. I think it was actually both. Like one hit one, and then like the 10 minutes after, Kane hit one and it just went past the post. So I mean, it could have been 3 or at least 2. But yeah, I agree with that. We could have been a lot more clinical in and around this 6-yard box. So yeah.
You say it reminds you of the Jose Mourinho. This actually reminds me a bit, although a lot better, of the Andre Villas-Boas era.
Yeah.
We did the exact same thing that season. We would just score 1 goal and then just win 1-0 somehow. Although I'll say overall performances have been better. Like against City, it could have easily been 2-0. Against Watford, could have been 2-0. Against Wolves, could have been 2-0.
No,
overall performances have been better.
No, to tell the truth, the first 3 games reminded me of Jose after the West Ham game.
Yeah.
After the West Ham game, right?
I think though that we could have go.
I just have a little bit of an issue with the drawing comparisons to Jose. I understand with the 1-0 scoreline, and us not really taking advantage of our possession, but I mean, at the end of the day, yes, they both play counter-attacking football, but Nuno favors a mid-block. Jose favors a low block. Nuno favors to play down the wings. Jose plays route 1 direct vertical football. Nuno likes to get combinations out on the wings. He likes to overload the flanks and overload one side of the pitch to create attacking opportunities. Jose just wants to get a player in behind as quick as possible and get the ball to him. So I mean, I think it's I understand it may be quote unquote defensive, but it's not Jose.
He
is by far the farthest extreme of defensive football that you will see in European football today. So
stabbing teams with a spoon.
Yeah. I mean, we've lacked. Well, here's the thing. So we weren't clinical against Watford, right? So if you're having a game where you're having trouble finishing, where you're missing close chances, the only thing to do is create more chances and create different types of chances, and that is where we're lacking that creative presence in midfield. And I honestly, since it looks like we're not going to be signing a creative midfielder, I think this is where we have to start making an argument that Brian Hill needs to start playing in the Premier League, because I think at the moment he's the only player on the squad who shows the potential to be that creative, exciting, unconventional player that we need to give us that edge.
I was reading an article where it says that apparently Nuno is looking to convert him into a number 10. Apparently that's the reason.
Yeah, he can play at cam, but he can literally play anywhere in the attacking positions. But yeah, I would like to see Brian Hill as a cam, purely because of his pace and his agility. It would just be amazing.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
I mean, guys, even in the first match also, he was the only one who was performing as far as I was concerned. The others were just, they just turned invisible.
Yeah.
And honestly, when he's out on the wing, it seems like he is diminished somewhat. It's kind of like Lucas. He's a player who likes to have space to dribble and move around and look for passes. And when you're out on the wing, you have a lot of less space to work with. I think much like Lucas improved last season when he was moved inside to a number 10 role, I think that Hill could benefit the same way, and I think Nuno's recognized that. The thing that one of the reasons I have so much faith in Nuno, I think we all should, is because he is so good at recognizing a player's talents and knowing exactly how to utilize them within the squad. And I think that Brian Hill, especially against the lower down the table Premier League teams where we're going to have the majority of possession, I think he needs to play in those games so he can give us a bit of that X factor to help us, put goals in the net.
But Scotland says that both Nuno and Jose is hope and pray attack. Okay, zero plan attack, and
I just absolutely disagree with that. Honestly, if what you need to do is go watch Nuno's Valencia team,
exactly,
and you're just flat out wrong. That's just not true. I mean, there are times under Wolves where it may have seemed that way. But Nuno has not always been that manager, and he that's not who he is. He does have a plan for attack. Again, it's about playing the ball down the wings, getting combinations between players, between the fullback, the wide player, the striker, or midfielders coming out wide, and then switching play and overloading the other side of the pitch. It's a lot of misdirection. It's a lot of confusing defenses, pulling the defense around, and it opens up opportunities. And I think that one thing that will also help is as Harry Kane gets used to playing in this side, he cuts out that dropping deep stuff he was doing last year under Jose, because that's not working in this Nuno system. He needs to play as a more
thing is now that you bring
target man.
Thing is, now that you bring up the Valencia side, one big difference between their Valencia side and ours is that they had a proper ball-playing number 10 in Dani Parejo. We don't have anyone like that.
You're right. They did. That is something we're missing.
They had Dani Parejo.
Guys, I say in the end of the day, I think Nuno still needs to be given time, right? He's just got the players.
Definitely.
About 2 months or more or so. Right, so like
my thing with Nuno is against the top 6 teams. I'm confident with him.
Yeah,
it's against the low.
But what we've seen is that he's very humble, okay, and he portrays the kind of confidence that I think us fans are accepting it, and he keeps reminding us don't look at the table, because the table is, that is just the 3 matches that we've been gone through, right? And he's been saying he knows where the quality is and where the weakness is, so it's up to him to work out the team, correct? And just to let you guys know, there's a bit surprising thing now, right? There's no other channel doing this at the moment apart from us. I've been checking YouTube.
No, Matty Hayes. Unfortunately, I was supposed to be on Matty Hayes' channel at noon Eastern time, and unfortunately, he had some technical issues, and he won't be able to continue his stream today. So, this is the live. This is the live Tottenham Hotspur Yeah.
Spurs channel covering the transfer deadline at the moment, guys.
Yeah.
We are the only ones. So if I want to end this, then a lot of fans will be sad.
Yeah.
Hard to say. But
No,
guys,
you gotta Eugene, you gotta message Matt Hayes or David or somebody to get that word out there that hey, Persuasion TV is live doing transfer window. You gotta get some of the
only Spurs channel live during transfer window now, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Maybe you got to put it in the group chats at the moment in the Koi Vans chat or something.
Yeah, here I'll do it right now. Actually, yeah.
And put it in the Spurs family, right? Spurs Vision TV. You put a question mark. Are we the only one doing it now? Where's everybody? Right? Guys, but no breaking news.
No,
nothing. Nothing's breaking. Nothing's breaking.
Maybe that's why nobody is doing anything now. There's no breaking news, right? Come over, Spurs.
You know what? This lack of breaking news for the last few hours is actually making me feel like we are actually doing something underneath. This is always
that's
the case
exactly
with Spurs.
what I feel like.
This is exactly the case with Spurs. When there's like 10 different news articles, we are linked to this guy, we are linked to now. We are actually doing business with none of them. And then all of a sudden, at the 11th hour, we come out with a transfer.
Isn't that a meme? It's like I don't know if it's Homer Simpson. I think it's like it's quiet, too quiet.
Too quiet.
Then all of a sudden, just before 10:30 GMT, 10:30 PM GMT, said, "Oh, we've signed Daichi Kamada, right? And then we've signed another backup striker, right? Let's keep on dreaming, guys."
We have resurrected Pele from the dead, and he has signed a 6-year contract.
You mean the 80-year-old Pele that died, or the Pele in his prime?
Hopefully, Pele in his prime.
All right.
Wait, is Pele?
Pele's not dead. No, he's not dead.
Yeah, he's still alive, actually. Yeah.
Oh, wait, he's not dead.
He's not dead. Maradona.
No. Yeah, it's Maradona.
Maradona is the one who died.
Yeah.
Pele is not dead. Kieran,
well, I know Maradona died. No, I know Maradona died, but I mean, when do you ever see Pele? It's not like he's on TV regularly, you know.
He's
chilling in Brazil.
Thing is, now that you mentioned Daichi Kamada, we could actually have him for cheap next season. His contract runs out in 23. So after next year, he'll have only 1 year left.
No wonder. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's a Paratici plan. Build the seats.
Maybe. Who's his agent though? That's what a lot of this will depend on. Who is his agent?
All right, Tony K, thanks for joining us. All right, yeah. Spurs YouTube channels are as inactive as our transfer windows aim. Yeah, we are the only active YouTube channel at the moment now. We're just having a chat with the guys, enjoying ourselves. Right. Hopefully, there's something coming in. But I think when it reaches a certain time, like now, I think it's reaching what time in the UK's now? About
3:33 right now.
Yeah, 3:33. It's just after lunch. Everybody's a bit, drowsy, falling a bit sleepy. So just slow it down a bit. Okay. About 5 p.m. I think it'll kick off again. Right?
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
Right?
A lot of other streams are starting at 5 p.m.
I feel like around this time is when Fabrizio Romano takes his daily 1 hour of sleep that he gets during the transfer window.
Oh,
yeah.
I
don't know how the man does
it. Whether it's an Italian thing or not. When I used to work in Gabon, they were ex-French colony, right? Lunchtime is 12 to 3. Seriously.
12 to 3. Crazy.
12 to 3. Yep. John Fitzpatrick, Emerson done deal. Yes, John. I think it's done. It's very, very near.
It's fake. It may as well just be done now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're just waiting for the shirt. The holding of the shirt.
Waiting for.
No, I mean, what about the whole? Trying to offload people to get Emerson. I mean, there was some, news telling that we have one too many right backs, so they have to.
I think that is why we have gone quiet. We are trying to sell Odier to Betis so that they cannot get Bellerin, and then Arsenal cannot sign Tomiyasu. I think we are trying to actually do that. I would not put it past Levy to try to do that in the 11th hour instead of actually buying some players.
Also, there was I read that Lille would be interested in Serge Aurier if they sold Zeki Celik. So,
I don't think that he would do that because he's too loyal to RC Lens. So they're like direct rivals. so he wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Oh, see that's I had no idea. That's good.
Yeah.
Good info right there.
Yeah.
Thank
That's
you.
more integrity than we have expected from him. But anyway,
Yeah. Spot on, Sam. Spot on.
Maybe he has taken Partition Hitchens' phones away.
Yeah, and locked them in the cupboard. Don't let them buy the place.
I saw a meme today where Paratici trying to seal up all the deals on deadline day, and he has like this bunch of phones all stuck to his ears. So
So
it's probably like that.
Maybe Paratici pull one out from somewhere, right, where the sun don't shine, and then I still have one phone. You can't escape me. But you still want to go on, guys?
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna hop off now. If you guys keep going on, I'll probably be back after dinner. But yeah, right now I'm gonna hop off and get some.
If we're not around, we're not around already, right? So
yeah. All right. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. See you guys.
See you
See
guys.
ya.
All right.
Ciao.
Yeah.
I'll stay on for now until whenever you're ready to call it quits, Eugene.
Yeah, same.
I was planning to be on.
You know why?
Matt Hayes' channel anyway.
Matt Hayes show, yeah. To tell the truth, you know why? Because this show actually initiated by Saikat. He wanted to do this, but I think he's got to do some work now. I told him I couldn't be long. I would just stay on for about 1.5 hours, but we already passed 2 hours for me because I've got commitments in the morning. I've got to do a Mr. K talk to K show at 6 a.m. my time, and after that I'll be hopping on to the Tottenham on Tour show, right? So
okay, you want to wrap it up now then?
Yeah, I think I'll wrap it up now. Okay, guys. If you guys want to catch up later, I'll be on I'll be on Talk to K at 2300 GMT. All right, and usually Talk to K is Talk to K is a good time to be on because it's 2300 GMT just as the window closes. And usually after half an hour chat with Mr. K and I, we'll throw the link into the comments, and maybe you guys want to join, you can hop on. Okay, but it's 2300 GMT, guys. Especially the guys in India. I don't think there'll be something for 3:30 in the morning for you guys.
Yeah, it'll be really late. Yeah,
it'll be really late, right? And before we close this up, I want to say thank you to all of you guys in the comments today. Thanks for your support. Let me go through the list.
Big up all of you.
Yeah, big up all of you. Thanks for your support. Ricky, Mr. K, Am Singh, Google Ma, Leo is here with me. Reload XXXXX, Curse THFC, right? Who else is here? Let me scroll. Am Singh, Google Ma, the night.
Wayne Bonner.
Wayne Bonner is always supporting. Wayne Bonner.
Yeah.
Right. And there's some new people too. Let me go through it. Engwa was here for a while just now. Engwa, thanks for the support. And of course, I've got someone hopping in again. And I've not met him before. This is a new person. And he is. Hi, how are you doing?
Hey, doing good.
Doing
good. Anirvan from Bangalore Spurs.
Anirvan, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Right.
Hey.
Yeah. And I guess Pretty knows. Do you know?
Yeah,
each other?
no.
Yeah,
We're from the same Bangalore Spurs.
Group, yes. That means with Saikat, Soham. I think you have a big group down there. Yeah, we have a big group. So, Anirvan, how do you feel about this? Actually, it's gone quiet, very quiet at the moment, right? We were just about to close and you're hopping on, but never mind. Have your say. How do you feel about
half empty, half full? Okay. So I think we started off with some clear objectives at the beginning, and there were, I think, to fix our defense. The focus was on a right back. The focus was on one, maybe two center backs, and then the idea was that we needed to compensate for Gareth Bale and Vinicius leaving us, right? So we needed to get some forwards in play over there. And typically you would need one backup striker for Kane. And obviously we didn't go for the glamorous Lautaro or Vlahovic because, that's very expensive. And anyway, Harry Kane was staying, which is a huge thing. When I look at the end of the transfer, assuming we are not going to sign anybody after Emerson Royal, I think Well, we have picked the right back. Now we are getting very mixed reports about Royal, that he's not ready for Premier League, and he
Yeah.
could be a more extreme version of Aurier, etc. Now we don't know. I'm saying the
Yeah.
fantasy could be he will be Cafu too, and then we have really lucked out. Or he could be an extreme version of Aurier. And there's nothing wrong with Aurier except for the fact that he makes all those fatal errors. So I hope he becomes more a Cafu than an Aurier, but time will tell. I don't know. I've never tracked him before, never seen him play. But if he's kind of hovering around the Brazilian national team, he cannot be all that bad as talent goes. So we'll see. So I think right back is a check. At least we did something. Another story, we couldn't get Aurier or Doherty out of the window during the window out of the team because there's no takers. We have just been so bad. Market is bad, but they have been so bad that there are no takers for them. That's not the fault of anybody else, really. It's just absolute nonsense performance of defense. Centre backs, we have got Romero, best defender in Serie A in a competition where you have the Juventus pair for Italy, who really had completely bottled up Kane in that final. So he's got to be some player. I'm very impressed with what little I've seen of him so far. He'll have yellow card problems and all of that, but I think he'll be fantastic for us. I hope so. And we didn't go for the second centre back because Nuno, after seeing Sanchez, decided that he wanted to work with Sanchez. He felt that Sanchez could be revived, and that's a coach's prerogative. I mean, that's why we have a coach, right? I'm not the coach.
True.
I would still be fearful that after all this, Sanchez will go and make mistakes. But at least Nuno is taking a call, and let's hope that we get back the Sanchez that we got in his opening season when he was actually pretty good, and the errors had not come in. So I think defense we took care of, but I think this whole Adama Traore was a mess with Wolves. That's a deal that collapsed, and it's going to come back and bite us. Nuno had worked out a strategy of moving to 4-4-2 around that, and Traore would have had an impact. So it's a very sad thing because any deal can collapse because then the club doesn't want to sell, etc., etc. But we should have a backup plan. It seemed like we had no backup plans, and I think that's really the danger. So we have Kane and Son, and God forbid, if one of them gets injured, that's the risk that we are going into. And if you say that we are playing FA Cup, the League Cup, and then the Conference League, and collectively we do well and make some progress in all of them, we are talking at least another 20 to 25 matches if we do well. If we don't, of course, then there's nothing else. But that's on top of 38. So we are talking of some 60 odd matches. How will Kane and Son be fit and firing throughout? They'll be fatigued. It won't work. So I think we are very thin on the forward line unless somebody like Dele Alli has a grand revival, or Brian Hill shows why he is the junior Cruyff. We can all pray for both of those outcomes. And of course, we don't have an attacking midfielder. We don't have a creative. As long as we play on the counter the way we are doing with a kind of medium to high press, that's okay. We can get away with it. But again, some of the low block teams, it'll be a problem. So again, we didn't go for Aouar. I don't know why we didn't go for him because he was cheap. I guess the only thing is that we don't have money. And then the only hope that remains is that Ndombele would kind of get motivated for himself, if not for us, and and show what he is made of and be our Cam, right? So we kind of live on those hopes that Hill and Dele Alli and Ndombele will kind of come through to support Kane and Son, because now we don't have the 11 goals of Gareth Bale from last year. And I think, therefore, our offense has been shortchanged. We have done the right things on the defense. And yeah, I mean, if Royal turns out to be Aurier too, there's nothing really you or I or anybody can do about it. But I hope that, he's better. So half empty, half full kind of a thing.
All right.
Sorry for taking that time.
Oh, no problem. It's good to have you on. Nice to meet you. As I was, we're just doing our closing now. I'm just saying thanks to all the guys in the comments like John Fitzpatrick, Tony K, right, Derek Hutchinson, Aiden W. Guys, thanks for your support. Okay. And John Fitzpatrick said it. Tony K said it. All right. Guys, let me read one more. From Aiden W says that I think we can stay away from Awa because he appears to have a similar attitude like Ndombele. Maybe that's why we didn't go in for Awa, Anivan. But Anivan, nice to meet up with you. Guys, if Pretty and Anivan, and if you guys want to hop on to Persuasion TV again, right? Keep in touch with Saikat because usually I go through him or I go through Soham. And Sanskar, a few of them are very close to me. And I usually have a Sunday show too, right? Maybe this coming Sunday, if you guys want to hop on, we can have another chat again because that's when the transfer window closes. Then we will really sit down and think what kind of team we have, how is it going to cope, right? And do you think that we actually can go for a cup or maybe fight for top 4, right? Maybe we'll look into that, guys. I'll just go around and let you all, let the people in the chats and maybe people who are watching later, where to find you. Let's start with Leo. Leo, how can we find you?
So on YouTube, Hotspur Huddle, I upload match day vlogs. I go live for just like watch-alongs where I can't make the game, like away games and stuff like that. And then in this transfer window, I've been doing updates really. So yeah, everything Tottenham basically. So yeah.
Okay, your channel is?
Hotspur Huddle.
Hotspur Huddle. Okay, guys, if you're watching, please go to Hotspur Huddle, give him a subscribe, give him a like, all right, on his YouTube channel. And Kieran?
Yeah, I've got a channel. It's called Spurs After Dark. And as the name suggests, we do streams late at night here in the Eastern United States. So usually about 10 p.m. our time. That's like 3 a.m. UK time. So yeah, I've been away for a while. I moved out away from about 20 minutes away from the closest town, and I had internet issues, of course. So, but we've solved it, and we're back at it. So yeah, we'll have a broadcast schedule out for you guys soon. But either way, you can also catch me on Twitter at Spurs After Dark. You can also see me here occasionally on Persuasion TV. I also do a show with Eugene and a few other guys called the World Spurs Tour, and I'll actually be hosting that show on my channel this week on Thursday night. So come and check that out. It's going to be a lot of fun. Other than that, yeah, Dan THFC, I go on his channel a lot. Will Stewart, THFC Rants, he does the rant shows. I'm usually on those as well. And you'll see me guest in a few other places as well, from Matty Hayes' channel, David the Irish Hotspur, a few different places. But yeah, I get around, you know.
The Spurs family, right? Yeah. We're all the Spurs family. Yeah, we all get around. Yeah. And Anivan, how can we find you?
Yeah, you can find me at Twitter at Ambo Anirvan and Instagram Anirvan Mukherjee 3. And lovely connecting to this larger Spurs community. Thank you for having us. Thank you for reaching out. Always a pleasure. And yeah, one just small thing I would say. The one other good thing we did is we started the process of outgoings. Okay, so maybe we didn't get Poirier, but we got out Sissoko and some others. The team is younger, it's fitter. That's a good thing.
Yep, that's a good thing always. And Pretty?
You'll find me on Instagram at Urban Slap and on YouTube, the Bangalore Sports channel. We conduct weekly shows based on the matches played in Premier League. So yeah, we call it Being Spursy. So you can catch me there as well.
And Pretty, put your Bangalore Spurs channel into the private chats so we all can subscribe to it, okay? And sign up to it, and then maybe we can jump on a few of your shows if we have the time.
And I see Jamie.
Yeah.
I see Jamie in the comments real quick. They're asking what time. Yeah. So it's Friday. So it would be Friday for you guys. I don't know. I was thinking we could do 10. It would either be 10 or 11 a.m. Friday morning for even Eugene. So whichever you'd prefer, it doesn't make a difference to me. 10 or 11 is just as good.
Kieran, I think we will arrange it through our group's WhatsApp chat through the World Spurs Tour, and I think we have to more or less adjust some time for Dan THSC. He's got a curfew at 11:45.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah,
he's got a curfew. He's a 13-year-old boy. Yeah, we have got to be surprised. We got a lot of young, like Leo, Dan, right? All the youngsters coming out, Spurs fans at a very young age. So we wish them all the best and all the luck. And hopefully they will get to see us lift a cup at least once, right?
Yes.
And guys, just before I go, there is one question here, right? Can I ask the panel, what would you rate this transfer window out of 10? Let's say it stops now. What would
stops
you rate
right now? Okay.
Right now. Leo?
I would rate it probably a 5, I'd say. It's been a good window. We've brought in some youth talent. We've, of course, loaned back Pape Matasar. But I'm hoping that we can make at least one more signing in this last couple hours of the transfer window. Hopefully, Paratici can do what he does the best and pull off a good transfer. That's what I think we'd all like to see. And Jeff, 5.
All right. Okay. You give it a 5, Leo. All right. Kieran?
I'm going to agree with Leo. Yeah, that's going to be a 5 for me. Honestly, I would say 4. If I'm going just based off the signings, the players we brought in and the players that have gone out, then it's a 4. But when I include the fact that we've retained Harry Kane, I got to give an extra point for that. So it becomes a 5 out of 10 for me. I'm really not happy with the fact that we failed to bring in a backup striker. I understand Nuno thinks Son can play in that position. I agree with him. But if we have injuries to Kane and Son, which has happened before, they both had been injured at the same time. I don't want to see 17-year-old Dane Scarlett being thrust into Premier League games, and I don't want to see Lucas Moura playing as a number 9 either. So I'm really disappointed with that. I also think we need help in midfield. We need a creative midfield player. I was really disappointed to see that not happen yet. It might happen still, but if we're saying if the window ends now, it's a 5 out of 10 for me.
Yeah. And Ivan?
I'll go with a 4 out of 10 simply because, the defense is still untested with, particularly with Royal coming in. We don't know how good or bad he's going to be. And we have really messed up on the forward line. The Kane Son injury and then what will we do is a huge question that Kieran referred to. And that's why it's a 4 out of 10 because you just can't afford to not fix gaps of this kind. Other teams have 3 or 4 strikers. We have got one number 9. Son is we are adapting him to play in that role. So I think that's a big risk. And I'm hoping it will go to 5 because somewhere like Van der Vaart, we will suddenly have one announcement at 11 o'clock on the deadline, day and and I hope people have their fax machines and all ready so we don't miss a transfer for that reason. So I'm hoping we'll go to 5, but it's 4 because I think the risk is huge we have taken.
Yeah. And for you
made me smile just there, Anirvan, by saying the man himself's name, Van der Vaart. I love Rafa. Every time I hear his name, I smile. Loved him.
We are soulmates.
Yeah.
And Pretty, what's your rating?
I'd also give a 4. Considering the whole, I don't know whether you guys felt this, but all the rumors that came up, they were pointing towards a lot of. I think most of our time was spent on the sporting director and the coach, and we didn't really have the sufficient time to complete the transfer window with the players itself. So I'd give it a 4.
Okay, I'll give it a 4 too. I know even Kane staying back, but I think a lot of the players that we brought in are not for the now, but more for the future. So hard to say. Right now, I'll give it a 4, but we've still got another how many hours before it closes? Another 6-7 hours?
Oh wow, Saul might still be going to Chelsea. His agents are actually pushing it through now officially.
Sound you guys.
He wants to go, so who knows?
I know, because they missed out on Kunde, so they might as well go for Saul.
They've got money to spend, so and it's going to be a loan, but with an option to buy next season.
Oh, that's smart. They're using the Levy trick again.
Yeah.
I swear, if we go through this season and we win nothing, and we have to watch them lift the cup, I
can't see them not winning.
Lift the cup again.
Yeah, again, yes, again. My best friend is a Chelsea fan. I'll have to go into hiding. I'll have to go into exile.
Oh, and here we go. Emerson has signed his contract as new Tottenham Hotspur Football Club player. He's joining on a permanent move, and the medical has been completed as well.
Okay, at least we got one through. We got one in today, and let's hope we get another one or two. But I think if we just get this one, I think the doors have all closed.
I think I still want at least one more to make it a window that I think will be very, very successful.
Yep. And guys, Anivan and Pretty, if you want to find me on Twitter, it's at NIJUE88. Where is it? I'm not used to this left, right.
The other way.
Up there.
There you go. Just point
to the Spurs Vision TV. Oh, wrong one.
It's the other way.
This one,
yeah, there you got it.
Up there, right. Confusing. Guys, thanks for joining me today. Anivan, sorry not to give you more time. We've been sitting here for nearly 2.5 hours already. The next time, do join us. And he's gone, Anivan. All right, guys. And Ricky Villa says he'll give 5 out of 10. Okay. 5 out of 10. Hope Hill and big season, many seasons. Okay. All right. You all can read that. And guys, in the chats, please, Jens, thanks for your support. Before, just hang on for a while in the back room while I just do the outros.